3, 2, 1, and go. There we go, gamers. Welcome to the first game of Blueprints Bingo of day 2 of our top 8. Let's take a look. Again, this match that we're going to be seeing is a bingo 5x5 for the 2 hour with connecting all of those corners orthogonally. So let's take a look at what those corners are going to be. So immediately upon looking at it, we got 4 allowance. That is not 4 allowance tokens. It is either 2 allowance tokens or 4 allowance total is basically what this means. So 4 allowance total is what that means. There's a different indicator for an actual token. So it's 4 allowance. You can get that with like a lab or what have you. Throne room found is one of the corners as well. A throne room in the top right corner. That is a really tough one. We're going to be seeing a boiler room plus lab combination at some point. So they have to be going through their head and thinking, I need to get that boiler room somehow, some way. Bottom left corner, we have 3 puzzle rooms in a day. That is so interesting. 3 puzzle rooms in a day could be a few different things. You could duplicate and monk a room. If you get billiard and parlor, you could just monk a parlor and throw that in the outer room. And then you could get 3 puzzle rooms in a day, for example. You could do chamber of mirrors. You could get the gallery if you have room 46. Who knows? There's many different ways to do puzzle rooms, and that's just a couple of them offhand. 2 instances of a room in a day, not too bad either. Not too bad either. 2 instances of a same room. That could be a schoolhouse, for example. That could be the same thing. Maybe you even double up with the parlor. You could double up these 2 goals pretty easily.
Yeah, what I'm seeing already is that we do have 1 trophy on the board as well. So like I said, that could either be a full house trophy or that could be getting room 46. So I can see a little bit of a sort of synergy on the board here where if we get that room 46 trophy, we will unlock the gallery. So that would allow players to have 3 puzzle rooms just in their drafting pool already while getting that trophy as well. And that the easiest way to probably connect to throne room might just be going up that 5th column if we're going to be winning the game, using the basement key.
It's interesting, yeah, with the antechamber as well here right next to this. So equally to your point, Birch, I like that point you made. The goals next to the corners are equally as important as the corner goals as well, because you need to get one of these 2 as well inherently to connect a corner, right? But I guess let's back up a little bit. Orthogonally, right. Backing up a little bit here, if we look at this board generally speaking, what is maybe the easiest goal here? Obviously, Gemstone Cavern here unlocked is not too bad. 4 found floor plans. I think you could probably get that naturally if you're already getting throne rooms. You get planetarium, conservatory, those kinds of things. I think a watering can or a wrench is also pretty free. I don't know. What else on this board looks kind of free to you?
I think the sort of lining up of both 4 floor plans permanently added to drafting pool and found floor plans being right next to each other kind of makes this sort of line from 3 puzzle rooms up to reach antechamber and across, just straight across to over two instances of a room in the day much easier. That way you also get to avoid trying to dig for her ladyships. I don't know if our players are going to be going for chess necessarily on this.
Yeah.
So drafting for her ladyships, which would be the easier of those 2 ways to complete that goal, honestly might not be necessary entirely.
Absolutely.
As well as who knows if the players want to collapse the Gemstone Cavern today. Just because that might be a resource they really would like to continue to have, and there's no other real gem-specific goals on this board.
100%. I totally agree with all of that. There's a lot of overlap on this board, but it's interesting. I think, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I think this is something you'd maybe want chess for. Her ladyship's chamber is already on the board in that bottom left-hand corner. If you're going for chess already, this seems like a perfect connection right here, as well for music room, ballroom, maybe a tunnel for a found floor plan as well. Also we have finally kicked off into both of our games here. So we're going to be kicking off here. We're going to be, as always, with many Blueprints runs, we're going for 2 very specific things. We are going for a utility closet, which Archer is the first utility closet on the left-hand side. Very, very nice. Archer will be doing this code here to unlock the Gemstone Cavern. So we'll be the first one to get a goal on this board today for day 2. So what we're seeing here, very fast movement. So the number one thing is utility closet, right? That allows you to open that garage. The garage gives you access to the outer rooms, which does so many things for you, including chess, including, the shrine powers. There are so many powerful things. Again, Archermaster first on our board today with our Gemstone Cavern. Adal kind of getting maybe a little unlucky with not seeing the utility closet here. I have not seen, and there it is. Cannot take it. I think you take it there because you have that north door to go to the garage. I think Adal takes this and then just gets garage and then leaves.
Yeah, that's just an easy get garage, day one done, kind of clear out. Normal sort of bingo start where it's just be like, if all you do on your day one is get garage, get Gemstone Cavern, get the outer room, get your permanent additions added so you have those resources going into day 2 and beyond, that's all you really are looking for out of your day one. If you get a really cracked day one, that is perfectly well and good. But if we're also looking at speed and winning this game, I think unless you're really high rolling that day one, there's no point drawing it out any further.
Oh, Adal does not get access to the garage, has one more chance here to get a garage war chance. They're both going for garage right now.
And there it is.
Adalbert gets it on the right, does not. Oh, wait. Oh, no, excuse me. I thought Archer had it right there. This is the wrong angle of garage. Excuse me. I thought they were both angled, ready to go. Adalbert's going to be the first to get a garage, getting outside to the outer room, so that's going to be huge. We're seeing Archer as well on the left side just shoot up north towards that garage. Again, it is a massive disadvantage if you do not get garage day one, so I would imagine you just go straight north here. Absolutely. Going north here. Let's see here on the left-hand side if Archer gets access to a garage. Does get access to a garage day one. That's awesome. We love to see the good luck on either side for both gamers. Adalbert getting a schoolhouse as well. Yeah, go for it, Birch.
So this is really huge. We said we may not know if chess is going to be something these players go for immediately, but I think Adalbert hitting that schoolhouse, getting that third blue flame on day one is going to be huge for going for that. So I could definitely see Adalbert going for her ladyship's chess drafting angle from this point onward.
Schoolhouse as well. Yes, both schoolhouse. Okay, this is also really interesting. This is super interesting because then we could maybe see, I don't know if either of them have doors. I have not seen their houses yet. I don't know if they have doors. They could play for 2 copies. They could play for that bottom right-hand corner of 2 copies in a day. They can also play for, just classroom rerolls. Yeah, go for it.
I think Archer is fairly drafted out of doors because I know he was going up straight the west side of the thing and did not have a west wing hall leading into that garage. It was just a corridor. So I think he is very much outdoors. I do not know where Adalbert is currently, but I think they're both kind of in a situation where they, even if they do have a few doors left, it is not that many. So this may just be a get 3 blue flames, reset angle for both of them, which means we are at almost perfect parity going through this at the moment.
Do you know what's interesting? I just thought of a different dynamic that we could be seeing on the board as well. A throne room found is required on this board, which also means if you have chess power, a sanctum key is also free. So that is also something that they could easily go down here and across. And on top of that, this might be a day where they go for throne room as well as burning glass. Because if you see here, we have tunnel here. I mean, tunnel would not be required if you have sanctum key per se, but you have dynamite detonated on the board as well. So maybe this is a tunnel and dynamite detonated day for that. You could also unlock the packets with the satellite dish. There's a lot going on here as well. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that both players are probably going to be ending their day almost immediately here. Obviously, I don't think either of them has a shovel, so neither of them were able to add the conservatory. However, which is a room that you could grab out here. Both of them are going to be ending here. Their next couple days, they're absolutely going to be going for one of 2 things, depending on how they want to play it, right? They can either go for the shrine in order to give 3 coins for a blessing of the high roller, which allows them to get dice each time they draft a shop room for the next few days and get coins every time they use a dice, or they're going for the hovel in order to finalize that chess, or some combination of both, right? So that's what we're going to see here in the coming days. So let's see here. So Adalbert kicking off here, taking his quick storeroom, grabbing some money, I would imagine, in case we can get outside for a shrine, and maybe grabbing a pantry and then running outside to try to get that shrine. Archer resetting a day here as well. I think, what's interesting, the middle of this board, I think the second you see a secret garden key, I think you're popping off as well, because you're also looking for one of these central middle squares of the antechamber western door open, right? So I think that's another square you're trying to lock in on pretty fast here.
Yeah, you're looking for the secret garden key because that is just going to be your sort of less setup intensive sort of way to win the game in a lot of ways. It's not reliant on any contraptions. It's just kind of reliant on hitting the key, making sure you're able to pop it, getting the lever, and what have you. And that is a sledgehammer. So we are seeing a microchip. So but also 5 golds on 5 gold on Adalbert's side, so going straight to the outer room, hopefully to hit that shrine. I think that's the play he's going for at the moment. Still fairly early in the day, getting full blessing of the High Roller available. That's just takes the tool shed. Fascinating. But that is a shovel. So I'm actually curious to see what Adalbert might be doing with this. That is both found microchips done. So this is a really curious angle. I'm wondering what is going on.
There's shrine. Shrine as well from Archer.
Yeah, Archer gets the shrine, so Archer definitely going for that High Roller. Still has a full day. Looks like Adalbert's going straight for Conservatory, I think, just to have a little bit more consistency in sort of being able to change rarities of some rooms here and there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so. We're going for Conservatory as well. We have a few different goals on the board that require us to actually get floor plans. For example, here we have four found floor plans. 4 found floor plans are literally in the found floor plan directory. So these are more like secrets hidden throughout the game. Permanent floor plans includes things from the drafting studio. So that's a quick distinction there. So it could be found floor plans that were permanently added, or it could be something from a drafting studio as well. So that's kind of the distinction here between these two. But either way, found floor plans count towards both. So things like the throne room will count, Conservatory counts, planetarium counts, tunnel even counts. So I think those might be the 4 you go for. Yeah,
and it's one of those where it's once you find those 4, that's 2 goals in 1. That's 2 birds, 1 stone. So
two birds, 1 stone, as it were.
Yeah, I don't blame Adalbert for sort of having the option for Hovel, but deciding to go against it just to get the shovel and get the floor plan. And kind of accelerate on those goals. It doesn't seem like chess may necessarily be something like that is much of a focus, but curious to see how this day 3 goes and if that is what he aims to do.
And you know what's interesting? On the left-hand side, Archer definitely setting up for chess here. We have that south-facing door with that west wing hall for Archer as well. So is maybe going to draft out of it. Not going to draft out of it right now. Definitely setting up for chess power here. Has the blessing of the High Roller. So looking for dice as well. Is going to save that draft for her ladyship's chamber for a little bit from now. And so we're seeing on the right-hand side, Adalbert going out to that outer room as well to do more setup for chess/dice things as always. But again, you're looking at the left hand side here. Archer definitely trying to get dice, get all the things you need for chess. On the right hand side, shrine grab for Adalbert. Perfect. Has those 4 coins, so can drop off those 3 coins to guarantee the chess powers. Left hand side, Archer getting observatory to get that knight into the directory as well, and taking planetarium for I think Archer's first found floor plan. I don't think he's taken conservatory yet. I'm not sure I think maybe Adalbert was the one who had conservatory already. I could be wrong there.
Yeah, Adalbert was the one who grabbed grabbed tool shed, took the shovel from it, went immediately to get conservatory. We are now one found floor plan apiece, but 2 very different floor plans. The 2 sort of easiest floor plans out of the 4 I think the players are looking for on this board in particular.
Right, I so
and
agree.
that is observatory for Adalbert, so that is also going to be a planetarium if he wants it today. It looks like he's going to go back in there and do it immediately.
And as they're both doing some setup for planetarium here, you know what's interesting? I'm looking at the board here. There is a really interesting combination of antechamber western door open, as well as 1 antechamber door open on the state. Those 2 things happen to line up in this randomized board. So I think this is maybe a play you could try for red letters, I suppose, if you're already going to get an antechamber lever open. Like, let's say you happen upon a secret garden key. That is a play you could go for. Or if the levers just aren't happening, you could just try for I guess you would still need antechamber anyway for a basement key use. So I think you just go for it there. And on the left-hand side, Archer taking her ladyship's chambers, finding it immediately. Very nice.
That is a huge advantage. That's 2 goals marked down for Archer now. And sort of already 2 goals perfectly setting up for those last 2 corners of 4 allowance and 3 puzzle rooms as well. Puzzle rooms also something notably that would be a lot more consistent once chess is grabbed, because a lot of the puzzle rooms are blue rooms, so a blue day could easily knock out three puzzle rooms in a day.
in like, for example, like an attic really sets you up for like getting a secret garden key or a power hammer or what have you. So, you know, what's interesting, I swapped over to our text board over here on the left as well. If you take a look at the board, I mean, I think this might be this could be the route that I think people are going to go. I mean, obviously here we have antechamber doors open, but there's really not a ton here that screams you have to get room 46 per se. I know, like, you know, it just really means if you can open the door, that's fine. If you can avoid then using a basement key, but getting that antechamber door open, I think this might be about the route you go here. There's also at the bottom here, connecting that 2 instances of rooms in a day. Grabbing a tool shed will give you that watering can or wrench on a high item day. So there is a chance you go for that as well.
Yeah, a high item day, or like, as we've said before, a lot of these goals kind of do lean towards trying to go for a room 46 trophy slash win if at all possible. So it may even be eschewing the watering can or wrench, those being a little bit more hard to find items, especially for players get a little more unlucky. So I can see going trophy item from lavatory. Again, it's the squares immediately around 2 instances of rooms in a day that does feel a little bit like we're actually going to be gate kept here.
Right.
6 letters may seem a little daunting for those that
don't
know, but
Hovel,
here's the Hovel, so that's finally the 4th flame for Adalbert here. So that is Oregon setup chess, has 2 dice, can really just go and try to get that today if he still has doors to draft from. But yeah, I'm even seeing if like everything sort of lines up, someone shooting straight up column 5 if absolutely need be.
And there's another Hovel as well too. A second Hovel in a matter of a minute here as well.
Oh, and that's 4 flames for both of them.
That is 4 flames for both of them. So they both have access to the chess puzzle if they so choose. And obviously we can tell that both of them are going for that almost immediately. It will definitely make something like a throne room a little bit easier. And here, another manipulation I wanted to bring up, someone in chat brought that up, was that there's a really advanced manipulation. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, where you just saw Adalbert looking at those gems saying, you know what, I'm not going to take those, because there is such a thing as a gem manipulation, in the sense that the game detects how many gems are in your inventory at any given time and will maybe give you different rooms depending on what you have in your inventory. Not like in a super significant way, but enough where it sometimes matters. For example, if you have less gems going for Her Ladyship's Chambers, it does give you more option, or more of a likelihood to pull it there. And so you see Adalbert kind of avoiding those things as well, and getting more of those free gem rooms, because we still need the chapel, need those things, but we do also need the office and Her Ladyship's Chambers on that right hand side for Adalbert. So we will be looking for, probably going to grab those gems right about now or in the next like minute or so.
But this is also a Hovel day, so it's not like those.
Yeah, it's a Hovel day as well.
Yeah, the gems do kind of still count for sort of what rooms you can pull. Attic is massive. That might be a lot of the items. Is there going to be a watering can or a wrench up here? That is a sledgehammer, coupon book, gem. I think a key.
Might be a burning glass play potentially if they get a workshop. I'm not sure.
I think keys are the name of the game here, and I think Adalbert is mainly looking for things to unlock doors, because that chapel door was locked when he last checked it.
Yeah, lacking in keys for sure, definitely the thing. And also, you're seeing on the left-hand side, both of them running that Hovel play as well, both of them having security as well. They're just kind of going for the biggest rooms in the run here, which is going to be the Her Ladyship's Chambers or chess and the office here. So, yeah, so anyway, we're moving through here. Again, really, the most important thing for both of them at this moment is manipulating their steps. The only time I personally care when I'm speedrunning this game, when I really care about their steps, is really when I'm running a Hovel day, because you can usually just get a bedroom or 2 on a normal day and you're fine with steps. Hovel day, you love to see a nursery early. You love to see like a sleeping mask early, all of those things. And so you'll see here on the left-hand side, Archer very short on keys, getting a storeroom here to get a key. Also I think you probably take more doors here. Yeah, it's a tough one. Both of them just kind of searching for the things that they need for chess. There's the study on the left-hand side for Archer. Already has Her Ladyship's Chambers, but does give you access to a closed exhibit should you want to take it. Absolutely takes it. Gives you a found floor plan. You don't even need maybe tunnel at that point if you get planetarium and conservatory and, one other one.
We also have an office on Adalbert's side, so it's just Her Ladyships that he needs to find now, and that is a chess power for him. He's just going for it. Ripping this last door.
Okay, let's see it. Okay.
Maybe taking the pool first, just to keep going down. You have until A2 to be able to still draft relationships.
Secret garden!
The secret garden key. That is going, at minimum, that is going to be a antechamber. The antechamber
two
western
squares.
door open. Two squares in one.
Wow.
There's a lot of 2-for-1s on this board if you really look closely, for those who can see.
Wow.
Popping the last dice here. Is this relationships? It is not.
Oh.
That is unfortunate. Adalbert just has to take the guest room here and settles, but still can get 2 squares just by going up to that secret garden key if he so chooses to do so. And I don't see why he would not at this point. Otherwise,
do you know what's interesting though is that they just picked up a magnifying glass as well. So not only do they get 2 goals here with the Western antechamber, they could play to enter antechamber as well to maybe get this square over here. In order to get the reach antechamber, or they obviously will get both of these as well. But this is still a massive day from Adalbert. Chess or not, this is still massive. Yeah,
by far, missing her ladyships here is by far not the worst thing that could happen. There are still several outs if Adalbert continues to keep this day going. But again, 21 steps, Hovel day. He's going to be one of those where resources are continuing to be a little tight, has plenty of gold, but he is gem starved. So we're going to have to see whether or not this day continues generally. That's a shovel. That will also be huge, hopefully to find some turnips. There's the fruit around the house from
Pump room.
From it. Pump room is huge.
Wow. That's so huge. Yeah. And
but
I
takes
think
the patio instead because of those dig spots are going to be so valuable. A battery, I don't know if he has the other sort of pieces for a power hammer at the moment, but a jackhammer is also on the table.
Interesting. Yeah, jackhammer is on the table. We do have I think we have collapse. Do we not have collapse the mine as well?
We do have collapse the gemstone caverns.
Yeah, we do right here. Yep, at the very bottom. Yep, at the very bottom middle square is collapse the gemstone cavern. So a workshop, if we see a workshop anywhere in this game, we are popping off, folks. Both of them have items ready to go for some sort of thing there. Obviously, on the right-hand side, it's so interesting. Right-hand side, we're looking for study or her ladyships, both of which Archer has on the estate today, which is so funny. They are both looking for the opposite person's thing, which is very, very funny. And a Nook upgrade as well. Wow.
Nook upgrade is huge. We don't have anything necessarily having to do with upgrade discs, but so in this case, Adalbert is taking the reading Nook mostly just to be able to find library. Library is going to be consistent, helping find something more of these rarer rooms, rarer and unusual rooms, and having that consistency, especially when we're not looking to sort of use upgrade disc, which would be why we take something like Breakfast Nook. And that is office for Archer. That is chess. Can Archer make it out of here?
Oh, it's going to be so
steps.
close.
Archer is counting now. This might be very close.
Has a dining room as well, but I don't think they can go north for the for rank 8 for dining room. So they might need a key to go north to get the dining room steps. I'm not sure if they're going to make it. I think they're probably just going to make it. Maybe. It's going to be really close.
It's going to be single digit steps one way or another. I don't think it's going to be the full 21 steps, but it is going to be tight, especially going down to the precipice and everything.
Wow. Oh,
but
my
if I'm Archer, it's screw the gem. It's just go.
It is interesting.
I think your day is done.
13 gems is so wild. Also, again, on the right-hand side, we are still looking for study from Adalbert, because obviously we missed the Her Ladyship's Chamber attempt. So also using that shovel to dig up some keys that we found in the secret garden. Lockpick is also massive to make sure you can try to keep going, looking for keys. Has one in the inventory already, obviously. On the left-hand side, we're tracking Archer walking out of this house to make sure he can go use that chest power as well. So Adalbert giving himself as many chances as possible to pull that final room of study to get chess and to be on pace with Archer. Workshop as well. I think you have to take that. You have to take it, right?
That is immediately, again, because that's a lever. That's jackhammer.
That's options. That's so many options. So he's doing burning glass.
That's
oh
jackhammer.
My god. We're cooking.
We're seeing tunnel. We might be seeing a collapsed cavern or two.
Oh my god, we're
that's
all of the
power hammer.
Oh my God. So, okay, I was just about to say Archer is at a massive advantage. I don't know anymore, because now on the right-hand side, we have the jackhammer, which can collapse the cavern. We have the burning glass, which gives you access to the tunnel and the dynamite and the packages as well.
Yeah, no, we have basement access.
Yeah, you got, and lost and found access.
And a shovel still. That's the power. That's why Adalbert went for the power hammer, is because we don't need to collapse the cavern. We have lost and found. So we're talking up through the first 25 minutes of the game. We were essentially, up until this day exactly, we were playing at near perfect parity between these two players. But just like that, you can see how just luck of the draw has now sent our players on two entirely different paths, but two paths that are still win conditions perfectly nonetheless.
Do you know what's so interesting is that Adalbert is going to have access to basically this entire bottom row. Well, it doesn't have master bedroom or her ladyships, but that's probably going to be inevitable. I'm sure Adalbert maybe still goes for her ladyships at some point anyway.
It's still day three or four.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4.
Adalbert,
yeah.
So there's still at least 3 days to go for her ladyships.
Bersh, if you're Archer right now with chess, what do you go for now? You have a new day, you have a chess power. What on this board do you think you go for? You've
gotten her ladyships, so there's no reason to do a bedroom day to find master bedroom or force that. I think I'm just taking blue rooms and going for the win.
Yeah, maybe potentially. I think blue rooms, you do go for it. However, I don't know if you saw this as well. Adalbert rolling in that corner like 3 or 4 times did not get any of the rooms that he needed for chess, unfortunately. So it was a good try. That was a great attempt. You know, you have to at least try for that there. I mean, in a tool shed on the left hand, that's a watering can as well for Archer as well. Going to be grabbing that watering can, going to be getting that square here in a moment. But on that right hand side, Adalbert going to be going underground to use that burning glass to access that tunnel. So that will be a square from Adalbert here as well. So that is tunnel found. And then we are going to be going, I don't know, does not unfortunately have access to the dynamite today because we already have a hovel drafted, which is super unfortunate. I do not think they have access to a coat shack, but
while we're down here, coat check or not, getting into the basement, getting that lost and found, I think that will be at least on floor plan for Adalbert, if not the 4th, because Adalbert already currently has conservatory, planetarium, tunnel, lost and found. Yeah, that's
wow.
That's also a sizable
estate.
This top.
What?
We're looking, like I said, 2 divergent paths now, and it looks very much like our 2 players have very much split the board at the moment. Adalbert very much in control of these top 2 rows. Archer sort of the best lined up for the bottom. And
do you know what's yes? I so agree.
It's really just going to come down to whoever hits the other person's line first, essentially.
That's so true. Thinking kind of what you said before for the blue days, I think honestly on the left-hand side, you're imagining Archer going for blue days, sifting, I have to imagine, for boiler room, because getting that throne room is going to take so long. There's a study immediately from Archer. That helps a ton. But to that end, I think on the left-hand side, you have to be going for throne room, grabbing that extra floor plan, getting that sanctum key. There's so much locked behind blue rooms that you go for here as well. There's a boiler room. There it is. You have to take it.
Yeah.
I think you start sifting for lab.
You have 5 gems. Once you get the lab, once you get boiler room going, it's going to be with 5 gems. You should be more than likely, not guaranteed, more than likely to still hit that lab powered one way or another, especially on a blue day. Hopefully getting some of those red duct rooms out of here. But still, it's knife's edge. I know it's tough. I know it's so interesting. I think what we're on the right hand side again, obviously kind of getting an update from both boards. Excuse me. Adalbert on the right hand side here, going to go out to the outer rooms to guarantee the outer room that he wants. And on the left hand side, Archer powering the boiler room. As long as whenever you have a powered boiler room on the estate, for anyone who doesn't know, it gives you a higher likelihood
well, not only is it a duct room, so you get duct drafting in general, but having a powered boiler room gives you access to so many different things, including a furnace potential. Love getting blocked by a door there, but including a potential play for a furnace with a key on this right-hand side as well. But also really mainly, I think, go to start looking for our lab here, which gives you access to the grotto, which gives you that throne room access. Getting
which
a few
this
more.
is now still, this is 2 doors that can be powered.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Right
Archer.
there. Bang.
Wow. Oh my God. There it is. So there we have it. We have access to the Blackbridge Grotto, which will give access to that throne room, assuming Archer has access to both of those microchips. So microchips play will be happening shortly but surely. And on the right-hand side, we're seeing Adalbert still trying to sift for that study, but also, trying to do other things at the same time. Also smart on the left-hand side to see here, Archer trying to get an allowance kind of play here on the left-hand side to see if you can get at least maybe 4 allowance, I would imagine. Also immediately adding aquariums or something, maybe. Hallways, getting more hallways, or getting keys from hallways, that kind of thing. Very interesting. So we do have Blackbridge on the left. I mean, Archer is slowly kind of creeping away with this, but certainly not far for Adalbert by any means.
Do you take the foundation here? And my question is immediately answered as Archer. I think especially in this case where like using a basement key is on the board, I think if you're able to draw a foundation, especially on a blue day, I think you do take it immediately, just because, again, opening up access to winning the game, to getting room 46. That'd be a trophy. That's getting into the antechamber. That's doing X, Y, and Z. That clearly, I think there is a focus in trying to figure out how to navigate this bottom of the board at the moment.
Absolutely. And also you're seeing on the left-hand side, Archer doing that secret garden key as well. So also going to get the same squares that Adalbert has right now. Also right now on the right-hand side, going for her ladyship's chambers, does not get it, unfortunately, but it's probably, I think you have to take a vault here, no? I think it gives you money. Wait, no. Did Adalbert already take an outer room? Then money wouldn't matter, I suppose, then.
Yeah, Adalbert has...
he took the outer room, yeah, so it wouldn't matter, yeah. So again, Archer just getting 2 squares, definitely catching up to those things that Adalbert got lucky on early games. So we definitely want to keep these things going. Oh my God, another foyer as well. So if you see Great Hall, you have access to room 46, which gives you a trophy for sure. If you can manage to get underground and do all of those things for room 46, but no green memos on this board as well. So servants' quarters not quite as helpful outside of just getting keys, but still. Also, yeah, someone in the chat called this out as well. Adal getting a little bit unlucky on RNG compared to Archer's chess play a little bit. I think there's many different ways you can still reel this back in. I think, having a couple different things, having that tunnel get found and, that's a really massive square because if you think about it, obviously throne room is still the play. You need to get the throne room to complete this board. So having chess definitely helps with that, but a tunnel basically doesn't require you to draft the throne room, right? So that's just one thing you can avoid if you don't, with these squares here, because when you get allowance, you have to do either a sanctum key or a tunnel found, right? So save some time there, I suppose. All right, what do we got here? Archer, I'm going to take a look at both of these houses. Yeah, a full blue house day here that we're trying to go for. Not a full blue house day is maybe the wrong way to do it, but a very large blue house.
A very blue. Archer possibly going for the sizable just to sort of match up in parity there.
Absolutely. And office as well for Adalbert on the right-hand side here. So also, I think just looking for study, potentially. Drafting out of library, potentially for a study play. Let's see if he can get it. Ooh, does not get it, but maybe going to drafting in the corner.
Conference room. It's just gonna be a couple more doors here. Allows to draft a little bit further. Has the keys. Does not necessarily have the gems to continue. Nursery.
And here's also a corner draft for Adalbert as well, trying to go for that study. I think at this point you almost, I don't even know what room you take here because you need the steps. You want the dice from Locksmith. You also want more doors from Mage Chamber. This is a really tough decision. Decides to go with the dice and take the Locksmith for the steps. So yes, and also potentially, yeah, that's another thing. We are still looking for 3 puzzle rooms on the estate as well. So that's another thing that all of our contestants will need to be going for. A workshop appears on the left-hand side. That's a huge, huge thing for Archer here on the left-hand side. Grabbing a battery, maybe for that power hammer play as well. Has that option on the table. Yeah, and then, so also calling that out as well. Chamber of Mirrors is also a really important room in this game. Chamber of Mirrors basically allows you to have multiple copies of rooms in a day. So like I mentioned at the start of this game, there's a very real chance that you could get multiple copies by just getting 2 parlors and a billiard room, and boom, you have both this square in the bottom left corner and in the bottom right-hand corner done. So Chamber of Mirrors is a really important room on a board like this.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of power of Archer getting that chess power, being able to have these blue focused days a little more accessible than Adal. Let's see what he does with it. He has the billiard room already. I think that's 2 rooms currently. So really anything, an inclusion of parlor or another billiard room at the moment will do it. Library might just be has the study.
Interesting. Keys maybe, yeah. Oh, and sorry if I misspoke before. Yeah, if I said utility closet, I meant billiards and parlor for the puzzle rooms. You can get a duplicate of any of those, and then you'll be good. So
the utility closet may as well be a puzzle room.
It basically is a puzzle room. Apologies if I misspoke.
It is a puzzle room. There are so many.
Yeah, it's basically.
It's one of those where it's because of the nature of the game. We're looking for rooms that specifically have the little puzzle icon on them, but at the same time, this game is a mist-like roguelite. It's going to. There's.
You know what's interesting, Birch?
Puzzle is very funny.
Do you know what's interesting? Someone also called this out as well. I totally didn't even think about this. Having multiple tunnels is 2 copies of a room in a day. 2 instances of a room in a day, so we have not seen that marked yet. So 2 tunnels has happened from Adalbert already. That is an amazing call out. Yes, that's a great shout.
Yeah, that is one of the 4 corners already done by one of our players.
Wow. Just has not marked it yet, so we'll see if we get that one marked here shortly. We'll be working with the judges to see if we get that marked, but I think it's also one of those things. Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if this is again, if those of you not familiar with sort of bingo and sort of strategy in some ways, maybe sort of thinking that like, oh, maybe I don't mark off a goal when I've completed it just to sort of fake out my opponent in some ways. But also, Adalbert has marked tunnel found already, so it's not like it's not like marking 2 instances of a room is going to reveal any information to Archer that Archer doesn't already know in some capacity. But it is curious to know if Adalbert has an idea of that he's already gotten it in some way.
Right. That is so interesting. And also taking a conservatory here in the top right, making that security common. I saw them. I don't know if you all saw this at home, but if you saw Adalbert kind of go back and forth on if they wanted to change the rarity of there's her ladyships. There's her ladyships for Adalbert. I think that's chess, right? Is that not chess?
That should be. I think office was office pulled today.
Oh my God. Yes, it was. It absolutely was. So that's chess. Oh my God. Are we back? Are we back? Okay, this is now
and doing a little bedroom wiggle to get some extra steps in, just to make sure with that mask, with that sleeping mask, just making sure Adalbert has enough steps to get outside and get chess. And we're back to parity.
That is a second blind Her Ladyship's Chambers of this tournament so far. That was a blind Her Ladyship's Chambers. Oh my goodness.
God.
Do you know what is so incredible about this? Is that Archer has still not gotten has gotten throne room unlocked per se, but has not gotten throne room into the inventory. So if Adalbert is able to go outside, obviously is going to go do chess now, has enough steps for it. If Adalbert is able to go outside, get this chess power, immediately get Boiler Room Lab, we're back, baby.
Bobby, 3 puzzle rooms for Archer.
Wow, 3 puzzle rooms. Did he get it?
Caught up in the euphoria of blind draft.
This game, man, this game.
Ladyships that Archer got 3. That was also 2 instances of room in the day. So this is something that
sports.
I think Adal just doesn't realize that 2 copies of tunnels does count for those 2 instances, and still hasn't marked that off yet.
I know. So we'll see. You know what's interesting? I think Adalbert will get that regardless. I think even if they don't mark it proactively, I think they will still, because knowing they need 3 puzzle rooms, they will still, I don't know if they're going to prioritize it or not, but knowing that if they're going to go for 3 puzzle rooms regardless, they're probably going to get it anyway. So I'm hoping it's not like the limiting factor behind like why they maybe don't win.
That
but
doesn't come back and bites Adal in the butt about it. But also ending the day.
Oh my God, a shelter timing play on the left-hand side for Archer, putting in the code, I think, maybe for the safe and waiting for the 6 red letters.
That would be red letter number 5. So this
both maybe?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, oh my God, setting the time for the 6 red letter. Oh my God, wow.
We've seen everything today.
Oh my already. God. Okay, I'll be honest. I have maybe 700 or 800 hours in this game. I don't know if I could tell you the correct. I would not have remembered that November 12th was the day that it was for the day that they're on. You know what I mean? Like that's just
neither can I.
You know what I mean? That's just something I don't think about, like, or have not thought about.
It's something that I constantly have to. Every single time I think about it, I'm like, what day does this game start on again?
Yeah, it's so and setting it for a future day, but yeah, regardless, setting it, knowing the date in which knowing the date of the safe and what day it is in game is also interesting. And Archer having that shelter to pull a red day, so was going outside.
Gets laboratory.
Yeah, exactly. Gets laboratory immediately.
That's.
So let's take a look. Let's actually look at the text here. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, if I'm Archer, I think if I even get a whiff of a jackhammer, I'm going to collapse the gemstone cabinet immediately.
Yeah.
I like as many adding the floor plans is all well and good for being able to connect those bottom 2 squares to anything above in the board, but I think just getting that straight line between our bottom 2 corners is going to be there.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. You need to take it. And also, very importantly, noteworthy, Adalbert does get that boiler room almost immediately into a blue day here. So on the top right, if we get lab in this top right corner, if Adalbert sees that lab connecting to that boiler room, we'll have immediate access to the throne room. Left side here, Archer getting that red letter, has access as well, and grabs a gem for tomorrow, I believe, because just reset immediately after getting the laboratory, grabbing it tomorrow as well. And on the right-hand side, Adalbert going to be turning on the power. We're going to be waiting with bated breath to see if Adalbert can get that combination. Has a basically wide open day right now to pull that laboratory in order to get that throne room. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Adalbert might have access to both. It takes an archives. Interesting. I maybe would have taken security there, but maybe that's personal preference.
I think you're sheltered because you took this
furnace key
earlier.
Furnace key. Take it. Furnace key. Take it.
That's a furnace key.
Okay,
and you still have 2 more power doors. And that's a shovel.
And a shovel in the furnace. Oh my God! Not the shovel in the furnace. You're kidding.
Quick correction. Someone did point out in chat. I think Adalbert did take a red day today. So that is also why we're gonna. I think because of the shelter, so we're going to see a few more of those. But really just looking for as many duct drafts as can just to keep that power going. No gems, so really hoping for a gem before I think, we see him step away from the doors available, because we really need that 1 gem to get that powered laboratory going. 3 doors to do it.
Wow. It's also interesting, like, to that point, like, obviously taking the furnace, I think it was a debate. And I got it maybe ahead of myself. I think it's maybe a debate to take it, just because like you're saying, like the red, it's now like a red day. I don't know. Like it's more of a, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough call. I don't know. We're still trying to connect all of our rooms here. On the left-hand side, Archer putting in our different microchips here. So Archer will be getting access to throne. Let's see if I can listen into Archer's stream right now. Nope, that's the wrong side. I'm going for the other side. Archer on the left-hand side, we get one of the best songs in the game with the audio here on the left-hand side, but Adalbert on the right-hand side, we are still looking for that lab. All right, grabbing throne here on the left. It's going to be walking out. Okay. Walking out of here. Let's see, Adalbert looking for doors here on the right. Just moving the power over to go maybe right side. Oh, straightforward. Okay, because drafting out of... oh, no, just the straightforward door. Let's see here. Passageway, weight room. Doesn't matter. Either of them work. Let's see here. There's lab.
There it is.
Let's listen in.
Yeah, this bodes poorly. Let's go.
There it is. Adalbert grabbing that lab. Now we are basically 1-to-1 for throne room access now. 1-to-1 for throne room access. Notably, Adalbert in the intro of this this tournament has some beautiful singing tones maybe coming for throne room.
But what we did miss while we were quickly checking in on Adalbert getting that powered lab, we have connection between the bottom for Archer.
We do. Yes, we do.
We have that connection because found a shovel, went immediately out to conservatory for that fourth found floor plan. And with already a shot to the top, it's just finding tunnel. So if I'm Archer, I'm looking for blue rooms. I'm looking for workshop. I'm looking for a very item heavy day and closing this out, because essentially connecting really anything to that 4 allowance square at the moment with what he has is game. It's just
for sure.
tunnel, allowance, dynamite, and really 6 red letters.
Right.
Which going for that shelter red letter, that's 5 already. That's just 1 more. So like less than 50 minutes into this match, I already see check for Archer.
I do see a check as well for Archer. We were only 4 goals away for Archer to have that. 3 goals away now. Excuse me. That was 4 allowance for Adalbert. Yeah, excuse me. So Adalbert with the 4 allowance. I saw the goal get marked and I'm like, oh my god. So again, this is maybe an easier way to see the colors on the board as well. So again, on the right hand side, Adalbert going to be going over to our throne room. So we're going to listen in here.
Okay.
And that's burning glass for Archer. It's burning glass for Archer.
That was my main aim for today.
Oh no, that might be GG's. Or close to GG's. He will just need...
Has Archer drafted the trading post?
Yeah, I don't know. Archer needs... Well, Archer has the tunnel. That's at least tunnel. And we'll have dynamite detonated. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Listen to the singing.
Okay.
And on the left-hand side, while we're listening to this beautiful singing, tunnel happening.
Yeah. Archer already has drafted a shelter for the day, so that is going to be it. No dynamite at the moment.
No dynamite.
But that is still tunnel found, and that is still...
Oh my god, I need to stretch.
I need water.
God.
What?
Wow.
What?
Beautiful.
What more could you have wanted out of this first game?
Beautiful. All right, that was beautiful. All right, so meanwhile, during that beautiful singing, Adalbert immediately, by the way, grabbing study on the next day, which is massive. But also on the left-hand side, we are, I think, 3 goals away. We are looking for allowance. We are looking for dynamite detonated. But also, it's interesting, throne room found. Obviously, you don't need to draft throne room from either of them. However, it does give you a sanctum key to draft it. So it is very, very interesting here. Red letters, we're looking for if Archer can draft for 6 red letters, detonate the dynamite, and get 4 allowance, that's just GG's.
Yeah.
Archer also technically doesn't need dynamite. You're right. I'm so sorry. Doesn't even technically need this goal. Your chat room, you were exactly right. I just blocked that. Technically, because they have a route here. They have a route right here, and this will connect all the way this way as well. So technically, they only need allowance and 6 red letters. And that is not too bad. I don't know which red letter we're currently missing. I think that it might
Drafting
be,
studio.
as I said it, drafting studio
It's
with a
drafting
magnifying
studio.
glass. And I think he has a magnifying glass, no?
I'm not entirely sure. I would need to see Archer's inventory at the moment. But I think if there's anything, that's what he's looking for right now.
I think it's no.
It's no, but did also take tool shed, so there already are some items pulled out of the pool, but not necessarily items that overlap with the magnifying glass necessarily in a lot of these rooms. So again, it's just going to be digging for this.
Do you know what's interesting? Adalbert also just marked 2 instances of a room in a day. I'm glad they marked that. They just got 2 instances. Yeah, maybe Adal had the magnifying glass. I could be wrong. But yes, I'm glad that Adalbert was able to get that out of the way. So we also have both of them with that one. Adalbert definitely behind here. Even they have the exact same amount of goals here. We're still kind of sifting for a couple different things. Again, I have to call it out. Archer is 2 away. How close are we on Adalbert's? I mean, looking at red here, maybe just music room and ballroom connecting here, and then 3 puzzle rooms in a day for red. We're looking here.
Yeah,
and here.
you're looking at I think for
And a
Adalbert,
sanctum key?
Dynamite I think connects both the throne room and allowance to this sort of row up. Music room and ballroom in a day, of course.
Right.
And 3 puzzle rooms. So we're kind of there's a win condition line for both these players right now.
For sure.
I think Archer's is just a little bit more consistent because there's a little less setup at the moment.
Agreed.
It's just finding a magnifying glass versus finding a magnifying glass workshop and metal detector kind of a deal.
True.
So,
It is interesting looking at red here. Obviously, Adalbert ahead on allowance. Really, again, in my opinion, I think obviously he's looking for music room and ballroom as well to connect these. Maybe even reach antechamber. That would avoid this. You could do either of these 2 things, but also needs 3 puzzle rooms in a day. So definitely looking for billiard and parlor, for example, there to try to get 3, or just duplicates or the chamber of mirrors. I think they might have chamber of mirrors. I'm not sure.
possibly that was with how the 2 instances, but also great shout out in chat. If red letters does seem to whiff here, I think that's a magnifying glass. That's a magnifying glass for Archer from the.
Oh,
from the
I missed it.
commentary.
I was looking at the board. I missed it. That's amazing. So we'll have another letter from Drafting Studio.
That's 6 red letters. Someone I was just about to say someone did shout
In a
out
watering
that,
can.
like,
A wrench, excuse me. A wrench. Oh my god.
Okay, so this is 6 red letters for Archer. Just needs to find that 4 allowance right now, and that will be game. We are sitting at the precipice of checkmate at the moment.
It's true. We're 1 away, folks. We
It's
just need 4
just
allowance.
quite literally this last corner. Sanctum Key does not matter anymore. That was sort of the backup line of picking Black Days and going for Throne Room now that both players have it. That was the line chatter shouted out real quick in case the red letters didn't work. But just hit. You just hit every single time.
Do you know what's so interesting about this board as well? Someone also called this out. It is so interesting that for someone to be almost winning this board, having 4 allowance be the very last goal is so interesting. I would have never imagined 4 allowance being the last thing that someone needs. Obviously, they just, allowance just kind of maybe happens upon you. I would guess this could be GG's here on the left side if Archer just needs trading post.
Windmill slams.
There it is.
Shop dates for trading posts. So this could be it.
I think this is GG's, no? This is it, I think. This is the last allowance? Or do they have 2 already?
We'll see in a second.
There's 2. Oh, he needs 2
No, it's
more.
only 2.
I thought he already had one.
But no. So I think Adalbert has found Cloister so far. I think what Archer is resetting for in this time is already use the chest power on shop days just to guarantee that trading post. I think what it is now is just loading in, windmill slamming green, and digging for Cloister.
And you know what's so interesting is that Adalbert also has all 4 corners as well done. The only thing that Adalbert is waiting on here, I think, is either reaching antechamber, music room, and an item from lavatory and letters. I mean, there is a few different things here. I mean, you could also do sanctum key. That connects all of that together. I think that's GG's. Archer in the closed exhibit for the final allowance token. And that is GG's. That's time. Let's listen in.
GG's. That's game 1.
Woo. I'm going to pause my music so we can listen in.
Are you? I am not. I would still need to get the Sanctum key, and I would also need Music Ball or Antechamber.
Oh, let's go listen to Archer. Sorry, Archer was the one who cleared that. Wow. What a race. Are they muted to each other? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, they might be muted to each other. Yeah, I think they're muted to each other on their they don't have the Discord sources on their stream.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think we're just trying to
Wow.
confirm with ref that.
Yeah. So really interesting. I am shocked. That was a sub-hour board. I'm gonna mute our gamers here because we can't hear the dialogue per se. But that was a great game. Really, really fast. About 55 minutes in, we had both of them. By the way, shout out to Adalbert. Did so much there with worse luck for chess at the beginning. Was able to catch up so much ground by getting chess like days after archery and still was this close. Call me impressed.
Take a look at the goal count totals in our bottom left corner of the screen right now.
Yeah, right.
This was exactly equal. If this was going for most goals, this would have been tied going straight to the very end. It's just one of those where it's just the location of where Adalbert was hitting some of these goals just unfortunately did not line up to connect those four corners. He got all four corners. He was just missing those vital squares, maybe in some instances getting 6 red letters instead of a key from the furnace, or getting the music room in a ballroom instead of changing room's rarity, and this could have been an entirely different match.
Wow, I so agree. It was so close. Again, like if they're going, like you just said, if they're going for goals, it is 1-1. And as a side note, you know what's interesting? I would have never expected on this board to have 6 red letters get pinged either. I would have never expected that in a million years. But
I was a big basement key believer until that shelter play from Archer.
And also, can we also give a quick shout out to the beautiful vocal tones from Adalbert from singing the Throne Room? I mean, maybe in our hearts, a highlight of the tournament as a whole. I mean, come on, just amazing. So let's hop over to our commentary page over here really quickly as we're going to get set up for game 2. I mean, this really just highlights the level. I think the biggest thing for me that highlights the expertise from these players is, again, I have played the game a ton, and so have you. I still would not have remembered the day that I'm on for like something like the shelter for a letter, or like being able to easily manipulate all of these different items that you have and be able to route through the house with like a nursery and all the steps. And there's so much required from these players to both on knowledge and execution. So I think that is the beauty behind Blueprints, is the ability to juggle everything all at once, and your brain is firing on all cylinders, as it were. So
yeah, I think just like to that sort of shelter play, why it was so sort of big brained, like at the end of it, is it's not only remembering the days, so not only counting how many days you have sort of elapsed in the game so far and remembering lower things that wise, but also having to like do the mental math immediately of sort of how much game time has elapsed just already, remembering how long one in-game minute is to like real life minutes, like just to
exactly
be able to calculate that immediately. Granted, there's a lot of shorthand and like, oh cool, I started the day, just set the day starts at 8 a.m, set the clock to 9 a.m.
Right,
like and then I go draft for a little bit. So like to us, it doesn't seem like we have, like, to these players, the amount of knowledge needed to, like, accomplish something like that while also doing it fast is, like, probably not that impressive, but to someone who doesn't do that often. I don't go for shelter.
Yeah, right, I know. What a cool play. It was just awesome. Very, very cool. Also, just as a quick reminder to chat, welcome back. If anyone was just hit with an ad, you should be back from that ad. So I'm glad that ad ran when it did. So you're going to catch the upcoming race, hopefully ad-free as if you're watching. So again, thank you all for being here, and thank you for watching the Invitational. Please, one thing I will remind everyone for, and everyone has been so great about this so far, I think, is just constantly lifting up all of our participants and making sure they feel supported and everything throughout this. It is hard to do anything on a stage for anything ever in front of a lot of people. So thank you all for being supportive of our participants, and really, really appreciate that overall. But we're about to hop into game number 2 as well. We're about to hop into game 2 at the moment and get going here. So I'm going to hop over to our format select page here, and whenever they are ready, we will hop into our second game here. I'm sure we're going to give them an extra minute to get set up. I'm sure they're kind of wrapping up their games, but whenever obviously our production team wants to feel like they're ready to get dragged in, no worries. Otherwise, we can just hang here for a little bit. But again, Archermaster up 1 point to Adalbert's 0 so far, but again, that was such a close race. We'll see how this changes moving forward. Hello, gamers. Hello.
Hello.
What an amazing race. You both did such a good job. It was so good. So really, really close as well. I'm excited for you all to watch it back. It's so good. So congratulations to you both on that first match. It was really great.
Thank you.
Of course. All right. So Adalbert, you will be picking our format here. You think you're ready to see our different formats?
I wasn't expecting to pick, but let's see them.
All right.
Bobby, could you pick the third one this time for me?
Pick the third one? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, can do. All right, cool. Gamers, our format here is going to be one of the following, okay? So we're going to be having one of these 3. So Adalbert, you're going to be choosing between your first one, which is a plummet 6x6, which is either a bottom row goal or the first to 13 goals. So it's plummet, obviously working from, stacked from top to bottom, that kind of thing. A bingo 6x6, which is very similar to what we just did, where we connect 2 corners orthogonally. So very similar to this last one that we just did. However, it is only 2 corners that you have to connect, not all 4. So you can choose which 2 corners diagonally from each other you can connect orthogonally, if that makes sense. And then the last one is a plummet 7x7 board, and you have to go for 1 goal in each row. So there's going to be 7 rows, and you can pick/choose which goal from each row you would want to complete to finish that one out. So you only need 7 goals to win that right side. So definitely, I say this to everyone, take your time. There is no rush to pick one. Just feel free to mull it over and while we all hang out and have a bit of a break in between games.
All right.
Yeah, and for everyone watching at home, again, that middle one is a little bit different from that last one. You only have to connect 2 of the corners and not the 4 corners. And the one on the left, you can either do the bottom row, which is the hardest row, or you can do 13 goals overall. Or on that right side, you could only hit 7 goals overall, and then you could potentially just win. So, yeah, exactly. And people are asking the summit versus a plummet. A plummet is basically a reverse summit, so it just kind of looks opposite.
Plummet has the hard goals on the bottom. There are more hard goals to choose from, whereas Summit has the 1 hard goal at the top. So it allows you to choose between the hard goals rather than being forced into one.
Exactly.
But Adal does get to pick here. And is muted.
Yep, just mull it over.
Let's take the left one. Bottom row, 13 goals.
All right. Bottom row or 13 goals. So as a reminder, this is a 6x6 board. It is a 2-hour limit. So in case either of you does not hit 13 goals or cannot complete the bottom row, it'll be whoever gets the most goals within that time limit. And again, that bottom row will be the set of hardest goals, or you can do a total of 13. Does that make sense to both of you?
That is out of 21 because it is a 6-wide triangle. Right?
Yep. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit more compressed for sure. So it's still a lot of goals relative to the board. Yes. Cool. Any questions or make sense?
Well, I need to go to the bathroom first, but
okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think we'll probably drag you over, and then we'll get situated here, and then we'll get going. But Cool. Any questions about the board before we drag you over for either of you?
Didn't want to take me back to my comfort zone of connected corners.
Yeah, definitely your comfort zone, quote unquote.
All right.
I just want variety for variety's sake. All right.
Sure. Yeah.
That's good.
All right,
We'll move us over.
Sounds good. All right, gamers, we're gonna swap over here. We have a 6x6 plummet. I really like the board. I really like plummet formats. I think they're really fun. I think they're really fun to play. Also, kind of like when you're looking at the board, it kind of like stack ranks all of the different. What do you call it? It like stack ranks the difficulties, so it's very easy to understand. Like, you know, you can. I guess technically that would be like ascent, but you know what I mean? Like with a plummet, you can kind of choose which goals. There's a reason it's the bottom goal, right? Because they're the hardest ones.
Yeah, I think for those of you that have not seen a plummet or a summit board up until this point, is shaped like a mountain, which is hence why it's summit or plummet. But I think with that, knowing I prefer plummet over summit just because having that very tip, like, goal that you have to do because it's a goal in a row by itself, having that being the easier of it all. I've mostly only played plummet fogged. We're not going to be playing fogged today. I also saw some people asking if we're going to have the shift on. I don't believe we are not. That's not kind of because also in this version we're not really going for a path all the way down. We're just looking to either fill out that entire bottom row or complete 13 goals total.
Exactly. You got
but
it.
yeah, having less easy options and going into more options hard is a lot preferable, at least to me, just because there are some hard goals that are rough, is all I'll say. It's very rough.
I will say the other thing someone was asking about for all of you online is that plummet is like an option in the advanced settings in the boards as well. So if you want to access this kind of board, there is a setting that you can just kind of swap those things as well. So you're more than welcome to try that in the online rule set for sure. So yes, again, we are 1-0 between Archer and Adalbert, and we're going to get set up here and ready to go shortly. It seems like they're both back and ready to go. And so I'd imagine this is a sample board here. So you're seeing at the very bottom here, you can have one row at the very bottom. This is just a demo board, for example, but you can have the whole bottom row, which is the hardest goals, or you can do 13 total. So those are your two options. So it could look something like this that you're seeing at the bottom here for how to win for a win con. Cool. All right, we're gonna get set up here. I'm gonna get my board set up here. Chat room, how are we feeling? Are we excited? Game 2 of our first match of the day. Are we feeling good? Ready to go? How are we doing? Feeling good? Yes. Looking over at chat officially for a little bit.
Let's see if Adalbert can tie this up.
All right. Yes, we want to see more bingo. Obviously, I know Archer is obviously fantastic at this, but we want to see a game 3. I think for sure. Obviously, Archer, we would love for you to do well as well. Would love to get more bingo as well and keep it close. So we'll see. Obviously, good luck to both of them. It's gonna be great. All right. Perfect. And again, go follow Professor Birch on Twitch. Why not? Right there.
This is twitch.tv/Bobbleberg.
Come on. Come on. All right, cool. Looks like they are both hovering over the bequest mode. It looks like we are about ready to go for our game 2. That board has been revealed, and 3, 2, 1, and we are off. Folks, we are doing a plummet 6x6 with the bottom roll to be completed as the goal, or 13 goals overall on this board. We will see what our participants will go for, but let's take a look primarily, number 1, Birch, at our bottom row. If our contestants are able to complete all 6 of these goals, they will immediately win the game. So let's walk through some of these, shall we? Number 1, we have 2 cabinet keys used. 2 cabinet keys, very interesting. We need someone to have a shovel, have access to the archives, and dig in both the laundry room and the patio. So those are going to be both cabinet keys used as well. We got also planetarium telescope as well. So that's a really tough goal. You got to have good RNG with your telescope and upgrading your planetarium. So you need to get the room, get the telescope, and get them both in the same day.
again, which is
yeah.
probably going to be one of those hit her ladyships and planetarium in the same day. Hope that her ladyships has a telescope in it, just because that's where it's more likely. That or a walk-in closet, and then kind of go from there. But again, it's one of the harder goals because it requires a lot of setup and a lot of things going into it.
Right.
Again, looking to our third goal, collapsing the gemstone cavern. We saw this before. A jackhammer and opening that gemstone cavern with the utility closet.
Right.
That's probably going to be one of the easier ones out of these 6, just simply because we have adding floor plans again. But this time it's studio additions only. So whereas last game there was 4 found floor plans and both players hit that pretty easily, this is going to be finding the drafting studio 3 times and adding 3 different floor plans from it. I should also say Blackridge Grotto unlocked. I kind of spoke a little too soon about that, about collapsing the gemstone cavern probably being the easiest one of these 6, simply because that was something we saw both players hit last game, albeit a little after a little bit.
And our final one. Our final one as well. Of course, yeah. Use 3 unique elevators. There's many elevators, as it were, in the game. The main one that you have seen already is that chest or the precipice elevator via the 4 flames. Another elevator counts as the boiler room, which you've seen both of our players do at least once today already. Another one is going to be our chamber of mirrors as well. So that is another elevator. There's also a 4th elevator in the foundation as well. And so I'm taking a look at all of these bottom rows. I have to imagine this is not a bottom row kind of game. I think honestly just the gemstone cavern alone and maybe even 3 elevators, getting the chamber of mirrors or foundation elevator to be used is a tough ask in general anyway. So anyway, we have like what, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 9 plus 3, 12, 14, 15. We have 15 other goals. So you could get 13 of those other goals and you'll be good to go. But we are kicked off here. Our 2 players are starting their days. We're kicking off here both, I would imagine, with a closet to start off with that item luck. Immediately, Archer does find a shovel, which is so massive for day 1. We'll have access to that microchip and that conservatory found immediately should we have access to that garage and outer rooms and wanting to go outside. So that's a really massive pickup here. We'll see which of them gets the utility closet first, but then after that, Birch, I would love, once we get that garage going, I would love to talk about all of the other goals in the middle that are probably going to realistically be more attainable for these 2 players.
Yeah, I can. With Apple Orchard unlocked, we already know that's going to be something both players are likely going to be doing once their day 1s are more or less done. So that is essentially a free square +1 for both these players immediately. I don't see a reason. That's an office for Adalbert.
Wow.
Pretty early. We could see a cheeky collect items for the conference room done a little bit quick. That's only if Adalbert hits the conference room on today. I don't think that's going to be the priority. I'm kind of looking at 1 complete directory category. Should be easy to do enough, especially if both players try to aim to go for chests. Filling something out like hallways or green rooms, depending on what is hit, should kind of be done the easiest. 7 stars, kind of low-key, has a little synergy with one of the bottom row goals, in case I think some of our players are probably going to aim to try to do at least a couple of those, if not do the whole bottom row. So I can see trying to get planetarium, although it not like you'd want that added just for the chance to upgrade with the telescope and observatory. Adalbert is going to be going and trying
a lever.
That is, yeah, a lever. That's a rare find.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness.
But I could definitely see Adalbert doubling back at some point today to go add that planetarium to the floor plan. I think he.
Okay. Oh, getting screwed. Oh. Archer getting screwed for garage in the top left corner. We do not like to see that. We don't like seeing bad garage luck. That does suck for Archer. Does get blocked, I think, on that left-hand side for garage. Adalbert also getting blocked for garage. Oh my God.
But more importantly, Adalbert had the garage picked I think if he picked it, it would
Oh.
have ended his day, but he passed it up through
Skip.
a reroll. I think hopefully trying to double back, taking the kitchen out of gems.
Does he have a utility
building
closet?
gem- I believe so, yes. Yeah.
I don't think he
utility-
does. Am I
Wait.
weird? If we look on the top right, does Adalbert have a utility closet?
Oh, no utility
There's no
closet.
utility closet. That's why. That's why he's waiting for utility closet. That is so unfortunate. That's why he skipped. Yes. Okay. That makes total sense.
Okay, both our players getting a somewhat unfortunate, if not extremely unfortunate day one out of this.
Yes.
But this is going to be at least 2 blue flames and an open apple orchard for Archer. You hate to, but you also hate to see this if you're.
There's utility closet.
if you're Adele.
But then
There's
you
utility closet.
still don't have a
You're
gem
dead-ended,
for
You
garage.
don't have a gem.
He's not. So he has 2 doors. He has 1 door available for garage, so that is good. He has that left-hand door on rank 5, and he also has that door north of security. However, if we do not have that door north of security unlockable, then we have no way to get a gem. So this is tough. What I will say to you, Birch, and to everyone watching at home, I am glad that they both got bad luck on day 1. It is never fun to see one person get really, really lucky on day 1 and the other person just kind of just get screwed. I think I hate to say good, but I think it's at least, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I can't even think of the word. It makes me feel better, I guess, maybe that they're both getting maybe a little frustrating luck on day 1.
Adalbert, a little bit of bright side, consider the utility closet also has security already, so does get to turn security doors off and is able to draft out that door immediately north from security, being a security door. But hopefully a free gem room here. Storeroom does it. Storeroom that gets.
There's
the
something.
gem. There is something. So if I'm Adalbert, I'm going I have my utility closet. I'm
Right.
immediately going. I've been dead-ended. I'm going immediately to this last door out of the den, and I am looking for a garage, and if I don't get it,
Oh, and it was locked too. Oh my God, you needed the storeroom there.
There's
There's the garage.
Okay,
Oh.
we are.
Oh.
We see Archer already on day 2 after a very quick and easy day 1.
Quick and easy, I guess. Yeah.
Quick and easy. Gets the pool, changes it to commonplace. I think
Laundry at standard, cloister at standard or common,
Standard.
maybe. Interesting.
it's-
Did you say that the pool is common? Did I miss the first one for pool
yeah,
at common?
he
That's
moved
a huge
the
pull.
down to common. That's gonna be a huge pool.
And a shrine.
A huge pool. A huge pull.
Nice.
But yeah, it looks like Adalbert is still kind of day 1 is kind of done. We're gonna see him sort of wrap up these little bit of day 1 housekeepings that we tend to see do, and that's common pool immediately, but going to take the weight room instead.
Do you know what's interesting? So on the left-hand side, Archer we're seeing with garage, so looking for utility closet, but then equally on the right-hand side, Adalbert pulls the shrine, going to be spreading coins from the office to get a 5-day shrine blessing on our row number 3 here, which is so interesting. So I have to imagine if someone I don't know the exact number. I do not know the 5-day blessing for high roller. It's probably in the 40s-ish. I would imagine you want like a 5-day, you probably want like a 5-day high roller, but again, even if it's not something perfect, I think you just take it for the goal maybe. But yes, all the money, 33 is someone is saying in the chat if you're watching on the VOD. So someone's saying 33 maybe. So
Yeah,
grabbing
33
all
is the
the
magic number.
coins, 35.
30 right now, hopefully 3 more coins at some point.
It's 35. So 33 would be the 5-day rotate, and then 35 would be the 5-day high roller. That makes total sense.
It
So
looks like he's going to be just a little short on that, though.
oh shoot. You're just kind of sifting for coins here wherever you can, but I don't think you take much more time. Our games are exactly synced up at this moment, both of them going back towards the garage. Adalbert already has that outer room drafted for the shrine, so I think if you're Adalbert, I don't know, I think you almost just take the high roller and just say screw it, we'll do something else later. Oh, just going around to get coins maybe at the front of the house to not waste steps. That's smart as well. Archermaster on the left-hand side, taking that hovel, progressing towards like a chess play potentially as well. Another coin for Adalbert, still
31.
looking for 4 more, I think. He's at this point, I think he's thinking in his head, well, I think I've gotten all the coins. I've seen every single room in the house. There are no more coins. So I think we'll unfortunately just have to do I think needed 2 more coins for a 5-day blessing, so that is unfortunate. But I mean, the benefit, I mean, it is a little unfortunate, but the good news is that we'll still have coins for, I would imagine, a 4-day blessing for High Roller as well. So I think you just take that in order to manipulate the rest of the game.
Yeah, just guarantee that 1 extra day of High Roller. You've already burned today, so it may as well just be like you're starting tomorrow with a 3-day High Roller, which is not the greatest, but it is still something and can probably help adjust the sort of bad luck Adalbert has been having at the moment.
Absolutely. So I mean, weirdly, we're still kind of neck and neck there. Obviously, we are 1 goal to 0, but like that doesn't mean a whole lot in this race. We are still. Yeah, I think we're gonna come to a bottleneck here in a little bit.
Adalbert's heading right out to Gemstone Cavern, and Orchard right now is going to equal up that 1 goal with Apple Orchard unlocked almost immediately. Probably also grab a flame or 2 while he's out there, just for the chest possibility.
Yeah. And then also, obviously, so yeah, Adalbert finishing up the outer room is going to go get that Apple Orchard done as well. But Archer on the left-hand side here obviously has that hovel already from that day 1. So I think now getting 2 chests to guarantee the classroom. But, you know, kind of just developing a day for chess. Also, my dog is saying hello. Hello, Finn. Dog cam appearing. So anyway, Archer going through the house here, trying to use those dice. I'm sure maybe just going outside to go and just grab the classroom, I guess. Wait. What? Did Archer not go outside yesterday?
No, Archer did. Did he get?
Oh my God!
He
He drafted the garage, but he didn't open the gate. Oh no! He has to do it again. Oh no! You hate to see that. That's so unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but I think that's just a little bit of nerves at the moment. After that, already,
I mean,
a non-standard day 1 is already going to shake a player up and up. But I think
exactly, yes.
Missing that on day 2 is going to be a little worse.
I mean, yeah, it's a little tough for sure because it definitely stops your ability to do the chests at the end, which is
utility
annoying.
closet did take again that common pool, which may, who knows, may come back to bite him in the butt. It all depends on whether or not he hits garage here, but does have the gems hopefully. And there it is. Okay.
There it is.
So,
okay, good.
So we're good.
So that was only like a minute. I mean, it is unfortunate. Okay, it makes me feel better though for Archer's sake because Archer had 1 dice yesterday, right? Had 1 dice yesterday, has 1 dice today, and maybe delayed him maybe a minute or 2. So I'm thankful that was like amazing recovery. So GG's to Archer if we can get some love in the chat for that. Obviously frustrating to just miss something, but you know, an amazing recovery. So really nice job. All right, so re-rolling here on that left-hand side does unfortunately not get the thing that you want here, which is Schoolhouse maybe, but honestly, this is maybe better to get Shrine on that left-hand side for High Roller. Arguably better.
Yeah, High Roller took Classroom day 2, so it's one of those where already has 3 flames. I think just guaranteeing some dice to guarantee whatever outer rooms he still doesn't have. Next couple of days, he's going to be even bigger. Still has today 2 draft, still has the door out of pool, but is just going to call it actually.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think like it's one of those things you just reset to tomorrow because he was so focused because you can immediately block yourself for Her Ladyship's chambers because of your need to go get garage again. So I think you immediately go reset. It makes total sense. The gate is now open. We're good there. Adalbert, I think, still trying to develop a day here to try to get all of the stuff for chess. I see chapel, I see security, grabbing a walk-in closet here as well. So maybe trying to develop a day. I don't know if this is particularly like, I guess it probably is more or less a chessboard, I guess. Cause like you have like, so again, kind of going back to the board here, we're looking at this. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you need 13 goals. These are all the hardest goals, obviously, which could happen at some point for each of these players. However, I'm also looking up at the game where I'm just double checking Archer's game to make sure. Is that Ladyships? No, it was Garage. Sorry. I got excited for nothing. I was sorry. I thought I saw ladyships for a second. I'm sorry. I'm getting so excited. Anyway, you're looking for 13 goals. So between these, 15 goals, you basically need all of these done. And getting a full green room directory is tough, and a full outer room directory is not that bad. But there are a lot of things here that definitely help. Like a sports room day is helpful. So
yeah, I'm still kind of seeing along the lines of something where like getting chess, getting king helps with not only the one complete directory category, but could also a green room day can get you the 19 dig spots and 8 green rooms in a day. If you hit a blue day, can really help with draft 8 blueprints consecutively. What else? The outer rooms directory, not as much. Black Ridge Glado, again, another one of these blue days. Boiler room into lab almost immediately, guarantees you Black Ridge if you have both your microchips already. Or actually, if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think you try to avoid doing like green room directory. I think that's really annoying. I think you do that every time. But also taking a look at Adalbert's screen here, we do have those 2 dice. So going to be re-rolling for the final room needed for chess. So we're going to be grabbing a schoolhouse here. Notably on this board, very similar to the last game, we do have this goal right here on the 5th row. Yeah, 5th row, 3 instances of a room in a day. Now, if you think about that one, we're looking for potentially one of the easiest ways, obviously, if you're going for chess power, is to get 3 classrooms in a day. Now, if you're doing that the same time you're going for chess, obviously that is a massive gem suck versus being able to just do, any other 3 rooms, like with maybe a courtyard or, those kinds of things, or like an aquarium, those kinds of things. So I don't know. We'll see what Adalbert decides to do here. I can't imagine you go for classrooms immediately. I think you just lock in on chess, but who knows?
Yeah.
All right, going to be buying. We have some extra money here, grabbing a shovel as well, which is a good call, and saving some extra coins for later as well. And even thinking about, technically this board, you could do chessless. I think there are some things that are hard to do without. Like 8 rooms in a green room directory is tough to do fast. Outer rooms is not too bad because you're going to get a lot of the outer rooms anyway, just by way of playing the game. Where I think it gets really tough is sports rooms, sold out items in the estate. I guess maybe draft 8 blueprints consecutively. I'm not sure. Library left down. This is a little interesting though. Sorry to interrupt. Adalbert going downwards here does not get it. The interesting part about a library drafting downwards on the estate is library has its own kind of set of rooms that it decides to choose from between the unusual and rare ones. So it's a tough room to have facing left for sure. Her Ladyship's Chambers for Archer on the left as well. Her Ladyship's Chambers and a telescope.
This is what I was talking about. Her Ladyship's gives you a telescope. I do not know if Archer has added Planetarium to his drafting pool yet. We could, if he has, we could see it. Observatory is on the board, so even if he hasn't, he can just go back there and add it. I think that is exactly what he is doing right now.
Wow.
We could be seeing what could honestly be the difference maker in terms of RNG is just being able to get that one bottom row hard goal. Could be a deciding factor when it comes to even just hitting these 13 goals.
For real, yeah. Just getting 1 or 2 of those done, it could be a major difference between not having to do the full green room directory, for example. So that's huge.
Yeah.
And so really smart of Archer to actually go in here and grab that planetarium on a day where you have the telescope. That makes total sense to me. That's a free goal. And planetarium just often decides to show up a bunch, so, and also grabbing the chess, moving it all the way back to grab the twin pairs of chess and grabbing 2 more because you have a telescope. Very, very interesting. Adalbert here also on the right-hand side, kind of starting to draft. Not unfortunately getting a left-hand facing door to try to get her Ladyship's Chambers, but still kind of moving.
Ideally getting ideally getting one out of this door, and can burn the reroll here. I don't know if he doesn't take.
I don't think you do. I think you just hope for keys if it's locked. But man, that's brutal. Hopefully, give Adalbert an office in the corner. Come on, observatory is good. Get a knight out of the way. Very good. Oh my god, look at all the chests on the left-hand side for Archer as well. I got 4 chests going. Keys. We got a silver key. What else do we got in these other chests? A lot of keys. No dice, though, unfortunately. So that's a notable miss, I guess, maybe. Dice are really, really massive on a chest day, so we're hoping for that. Okay, wow. And also has the money to swap potential, money for gems. Yeah, that's a really great call on the left-hand side here. So trading out all that extra money that you got for some more gems. This is a really productive day for Archer. I'm not sure if Archer has the schoolhouse today for classroom draws. I'm not sure.
No, does.
Does have an outer room. Okay, so does have a classroom, or rather does have a schoolhouse to pull classroom. So that is a play that Archer could have duplicates of a room on this 5th row here, potentially coming up. If he so decides, he has the gems to do it. Honestly, here, I think I take a corridor on the left-hand side to kind of just give you more options. But all right. What do we got? Oh, getting locked out immediately from Archer on the left-hand side. You hate to see that. Immediately getting blocked. There is no more doors to pull outside of these bottom couple. I think you maybe take classroom just to get it in your directory, probably. So yeah, could have done a code check. I think you maybe just take the classroom to get it into your directory, potentially.
Possibly.
Just for studio editions, you know what I mean? Because a classroom is a studio, unless he already has one. Not sure. Yeah, and not co-checking the telescope. Maybe a miss. I guess it's a trade-off for sure. I think you just re-roll here until you maybe get another co-check potentially.
You re-roll here until you get planetarium.
Or planetarium for sure. I think you go again.
Yeah, one more re-roll.
Oh.
And whiffs it. That's
not
unfortunate.
Get it. And that's 2 copies of a room in a day, not 3. So misses on both fronts, unfortunately. That is a really big bummer of a day. But a really, really promising, but it does hurt for sure. On this right-hand side, Adalbert kicking off the day as well. We're a few steps in. Looks decent for a chess setup so far. Still missing the big ones, obviously. We're missing office, her ladyship's chambers, those things. So we're kind of waiting on that. All right. So Archer starting to work through the house here a little bit, just kicking off here. And Adalbert has 30 coins, notably. You know what's interesting? I don't know. I think Adalbert already has the schoolhouse, I think, outside, I believe. So can't do a 5-day blessing today.
I think it's also still within the previous high roller blessing. So still has a high roller blessing. So even if he pulls the shrine, can't exactly refresh that without,
Yeah, so still has to wait for that. So coins don't actually matter for blessing-wise today, but still has the blessing that you want, obviously.
Coins do matter for buying items from some of these shops. Sold out.
That's true.
Still has high rollers, so has commissary on the board already. Ideally is looking for a kitchen just to have those 2 extra items to buy out. So the gold is not necessarily useless today, but it is going to be a little bit harder.
Oh god,
has to take the bedroom just to go down.
Here we go.
But this,
you have to take veranda.
Take veranda. That.
Okay, I'm so nervous. Have to re-roll. Oh, doesn't get it. Doesn't get her ladyship's chambers, unfortunately. That is okay. It's trying to figuring out what to do, I think, from this point forward. Left-hand side here, Archermaster trying to do the same thing on that left-hand side. Has that West Wing Hall set up to maybe go south. Also, notably has that common pool. And maybe notable in chat as well is that someone mentioned how the RNG is kind of treating both of these players, a little bit rough right now.
That's an office for Adalbert, so maybe a study play is still out here, but would probably need a few more gems built up to do so. The guest bedroom here, just kind of really the only thing. Hopefully that door out of the hallway in rank 2 is a little bit nice to Adalbert at the moment, but again, looking like a day that's just kind of, there's some hits, but also some unfortunate ones as well.
Oh,
chapel just to get out of the little crevice. Security is good here with the gems.
Foundation.
That
helps for elevators.
We could be looking at one of 3 unique elevators at the moment if Adalbert just gets the right room behind the foundation at the moment.
That is huge.
And I think he's thinking about that right now.
For sure. I think the other thing that I was thinking about is, oh God. cinema. We got Blackbridge. We got Blackbridge. Blackbridge chance, but also the foundation lowering. So that's one elevator.
There's one elevator.
Oh man.
Boiler 2. This could if Adalbert hasn't drawn laboratory yet, we could also be seeing a powered lab angle that could be essentially progress to 2 of the bottom row goals in one day. Even.
I know, for real. Like Blackbridge, Grotto, and unique elevators. So if you're looking at the board,
does Adalbert have 4 blue flames?
Yes.
That's 3 elevators available today.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my God, you're right.
That's 3 elevators today.
Wait, no? I thought he did. No? I thought he had outer rims. Am I strange? I thought he had outer rims. Or the outer rims done for blue flames. No hovel.
No hovel. Okay. So, but still, this is 2 of the more difficult elevators.
I mean, but this is the harder one to do for sure. And he just took the second elevator as well. So that's a great call out, both of you. Yeah. So, really notable here. We are going to be going for that grotto unlock, which would be a really, really great goal. Even with chess aside, this is a great goal to get done because this is a harder one to do even with chess. So notably, and a locked door, unfortunately. So no keys. I don't even know what you would do at this point. Maybe you could. I don't know if I unfortunately don't remember if there's an outer room.
I would just
ride the elevator,
the foundation elevator, get the upgrade disc just to hopefully hit something like a boudoir upgrade or a my personal fave, Geist bedroom in terms of just upgrades that give you dice. I think dice is really one of these things that like on this board in particular are going to be.
Does not take the upgrade disc. I mean, it's a time thing. I think maybe he's thinking I need chess. So like, do you know what is the other thing? If I'm in these players' heads right now, what I'm thinking is we have both only done one thing. Maybe at this point I would have imagined like 25 minutes, 30 minutes into the run. I think they maybe both are comforted in the fact that they both have one goal done. You know what I mean? This is a harder board for sure.
But even then, if I'm Adalbert, I'm seeing that we've both only marked off one goal, and I'm just kind of going, maybe I do take that extra 30 seconds to a minute to grab the disc.
Sure, yeah.
Security was right there. Take it back up. My day's done anyway. It seems like Archer is also whiffing on some of these goals. Just hopefully get something good, even if it's just a hallway upgrade to get an extra key. Like just something that can add a little bit more consistency to these days. But choosing to take the speed play, I don't know if that is just kind of a sort of reflex in this case, or not.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Nonetheless, but that is 2 elevators. So, could be all Adalbert needs to see now is hovel, get that 4th flame, and we have 3 unique elevators written.
That is, I know, and that is a goal that when you first start learning bingo, at least in my eyes, and maybe someone would disagree. Like when you're first learning bingo, you're like, oh, these are all the really easy goals. I can just toggle these immediately, right? Like I can just hit 7 stars. I can just work towards stars right now. Honestly, the things you should be going for are the hardest things because the easy stuff's just going to happen naturally, baby. So maybe, honestly, getting a hovel is not a thing you need to do immediately. Should you have other things to tackle first, you know?
Yeah, something like 7 stars is just like if it's a 2-hour time frame for this game. 2 hours, I'm going 7 days. I'm finding observatory at least 6 or so times, and maybe the planetarium once in those 7 days. That's fine. I don't need to spend the time. Complete directory category. If I spend 8 days and find all 8 outer rooms, boom, 2 goals.
Right.
I am looking for more of these more difficult goals, but at the same time, it's finding whatever little unique advantages you can to put yourself above it. Not having chess, you want to look for upgrades.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I think this is a tough board for sure. I wonder how fast. I mean, they are kind of weirdly in almost the exact same spot. They're both setting up a very identical kind of day as well. We have a potential Alzara cutscene as well. I say that in jest. We're not going to see a Alzara cutscene. Sad.
If only that was on the board.
Yeah, I say potential as if there's any real chance on a board like this. However, now we're taking a look here. It seems like Archer on the left-hand side has is still kind of sifting through all of these rooms, getting Chapel going for this, looking for any coins or gems in that room. Notably on the right-hand side, Adalbert has 2 of those dice, and so we're about to see our first goal in nearly 30 minutes after the apple orchard get hit by Adalbert, assuming... Actually, you know what I'm thinking? As I'm saying that, I'm going to correct what I'm saying. It's one of those things where I just said, like, you don't even have to take the elevator yet. What's that?
Hovel melee. So we are. So
Hovel,
doesn't even need to use the dice.
Yeah, that's a huge
but
save.
Still 2 dice, nice enough. Started. Still fairly early in the day, I believe. So can just has that consistency. Can end the day by taking that 3rd elevator. Is probably going to look to get chess before trying it. Those 2 dice can really help find her ladyships or a study if absolutely need be.
For sure.
Archer getting the blessing of the high roller. Once again, looking for some dice, looking for whatever little advantage. Because it's neck and neck. It is
for sure. At this point, I think you wait for the elevator until you potentially get an office pull or a ladyship's pull. Like, you don't have to go do that now. You can just wait until you hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, inevitably get her ladyship / office / chest. So there's security. There's a knight on the right hand side and there's a nook on the left hand side for Archermaster. So we're kind of just sifting through here. Adalbert rolling through for her ladyships, does not show up. Another reroll, still does not show up, and a code check taken. Unfortunate. And I mean, like I said before, I think the nice thing maybe here, I hesitate to say nice, I think both of them are getting equally annoying luck. So I think that is, and I think, again, like I was saying before, I think it is maybe equitable in a lot of ways that they're getting equally kind of bad luck for the things that they're going for, because I think they're both looking at this board and thinking, well, I only have 1 goal, they only have 1 goal, maybe they're getting just as bad luck as I am, so maybe I'm feeling good as a player right now. Maybe not good is the wrong word, but
yeah, I think 33 minutes in, we're far past the realm of possibility of just this kind of being an information withdrawal sort of strategy. This is just because, like, I think both these players are kind of thinking of, like, he has had, or maybe they're just playing mind games with each other in some way.
Yeah,
or
right.
Like tricking themselves into playing mind games with each other and just like, he's got to have hit something by now, right?
Well,
right.
In chess is obviously like one of we're re-rolling on the left-hand side for Archermaster as well. Ladyships does show up for Archer, finally showing up here, and with another telescope in her ladyship's chambers, and also has the planetarium in, so has the ability to use that planetarium. So now is just looking for office on that left-hand side. So it's interesting. I think this board does, obviously with a 2-hour board, it does lean itself towards chess. They obviously don't need to do the chess power. So it's certainly not a requirement per se, but with a board like this, it definitely is going to be one of those things that is going to get you there for a couple different goals there on this board.
It's one of those words, because it's just getting X number of goals and not necessarily trying to connect from one to another. I could see sort of like where chess can be helpful, just in a little bit of consistency. But I also am kind of worried that the players might be a little sort of tunnel visioned on chess in some way. Like we saw Adalbert go down the foundation elevator, did not pick up the upgrade disc. I'm going to make the called shot now that not hitting something with a couple dice at least, or at least something for an additional sort of consistency level of upgrade is probably going to be one of those that like ultimately ends up biting him, just because This can be done chessless, but there are other mechanics to the game.
I know, right? Exactly. And also a treasure map on the left-hand side for Archer if he wants that, but he does not want it or doesn't see it. I'm not sure. Either way, though, I think Archer on the left still looking for the office. Clearly doesn't have it yet, so sifting through. And also, unfortunately, didn't get lucky for that corner. He's going to go to this left-hand corner and search for office. Has one reroll for it here. Let's see if he gets it. Does not get it.
We're seeing day 5. We're seeing Adalbert refresh that Blessing the High Roller after having it for 4 days and still nothing really showing for it. So going back to the well, or the shrine in this case, just to, it's the Blessing the High Roller. Let's go gambling.
I know, right? Crazy. So let's take a look also at, let's think about more of our board while our gamers are still trying to draft some more rooms here, obviously. So I think, we've been having a lot of money getting tossed back and forth for like sold out items, for example. I'm not sure if each of our gamers here are tracking how many times they've used or bought a sold out item. I mean, you could just keep buying items for 6 sold out things. So that's something you could do right here. Sports rooms is kind of tough to happen upon it. And then, so for example, we have conference room spreading, obviously. So office kind of overlaps with spreading items as well. You can spread coins into a conference room. That certainly helps with like a blue day, but also equally, you don't need to do it if you just get the office and you're fishing for it and you just happen upon a conference. We're still looking for that 5-day blessing as well. There is an office for Archer that will be chest power if he can make it outside. So that is his first office of this run, I believe. And so there we go. So on this left-hand side, Archer using that upgrade disc and will have that chest power at his disposal.
Adalbert ending the day again after some unfortunate drafts, blocking himself out. Couldn't even get back into the foundation necessarily. It's rough out here. But yeah, Archermaster getting that storeroom upgrade, even just something of getting that upgraded to having 10 coins in it, is so much better than like just having a standard storeroom in your draft pool. It makes hitting that dead end just a lot more excitable to see, I'll say, especially when 6 sold items, like you said, is one of those things. That's just commissary and kitchen. That's just commissary and kitchen.
Wait, what is Archer looking for? Are looking for like a knight? What are we looking for here? Or is there a reason why he's still drafting? Am I weird? Like, I'm trying to figure out what he's still looking for. If not, maybe a conference room. I mean, yeah, we have security. Yeah, maybe a conference room. That is a good call. So a conference room would give you spreading items. To
also
a room.
Had the telescope. Maybe
the telescope planetarium.
Also looking for planetarium, just because
yes,
he has the telescope this time.
That's a good call. Again. Yes, that's a very good call. And
code check here is huge. Code check the telescope. Go get chests. That's if I'm Archer, it's.
Yep, that's
this
massive.
This way you don't have to find. You literally do not have to find her ladyship's chambers ever again this game.
Yeah, true. And you don't need walk-in closet RNG, like, because it can show up in the walk-in closet here and there. So very, very good. Good forethought on Archer's side to be able to not just kind of sprint out to go get the chest, but also to keep kind of developing your day. Make sure you can do this. So again, notably, our players only have 1 goal each. So I wouldn't even say that anyone has like a lead per se. Obviously, Archer has the chest power set up, so that is obviously notable here. But again, like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's really one of those where it's like, how do you define a lead in this case? Because it's one of those where it's like, Adalbert has 2 elevators written. That could just be like, he just quite literally needs to just go to the chess elevator and mark off a goal. And I think just even for morale's sake, I would do that. Like, just to, because already what that, from like a mental standpoint, just clicking that off and telling Archer, hey, by the way, I got this. I would send shivers down my spine if I'm Archer. Because what do you mean you found a 3rd elevator?
I know.
That immediately tells Archer that, like, oh, he must have foundation. He must have something that I don't have.
Correct.
Or like,
I know.
He has chess in addition to like some other things.
Right, exactly. And like on maybe a shorter form board, like this is obviously a longer form board. So if, thinking about longer boards, generally speaking, you know, something like chess, if you're going to go for maybe 2 hours, it's one of those things where chess certainly helps you over time. And you could even be doing chess kind of in the background while you're doing something else specific. For example, we have now a day where Archer, even if he didn't get chess by chance, like if he just missed office and got like a code check, he's able to code check the telescope, and then he's able to go for a couple other goals, for example. And we're re-rolling up here, and Adalbert missing it.
Has to reroll the office to just even try to see her relationships and misses again.
Man.
And we're probably looking at day. I think we're on day 5 or 6 for Adalbert.
I think that was 6. You know what's interesting? I think, I don't know, what do you think, Birch? Like when you're on roll number 1, do you take the second roll to try to get her ladyships where it needs to be, or do you take the office knowing it's one of the 2 things you need and just pray for study? I don't know.
I think I take office, and I think with a room like office out of the pool, I think just kind of hope study is a little bit more possible.
Right. Yeah, and
especially when rerolling or drafting in a corner, I think study, like you do get study gets a little bit more of a look.
For sure. Yeah, and also as mentioned, you know, her ladyships has a high chance of the telescope as well, very high chance. So like it's one of those things where you definitely do want to see that room. So maybe you just hold off for that because, you know, her ladyships also has a good chance. But on the left hand side here, you're seeing Archer, I think, try to draft for boiler room with a red day, I would imagine. So that's what we're going through. That is on the right hand side here, Adalbert getting a library. I guess you could take it for a study chance. Unfortunately, a library is not a good room to have drafting down for her ladyships. Normally, I would say it's just kind of an annoying room. It's like the one spot you like never want to study because it has its own like set of rules and things with drafting. But opening up a door here, let's see what happens. I think I re-roll all those. Yep, good call. Drafting studio is interesting, but re-rolls it, hoping for a study or her ladyships and does not get it. Unfortunate. But also a couple other things you could choose for. I guess vault wouldn't really matter for money, I suppose. Just getting awful luck. Yeah,
vault versus wine cellar there. It's on a hovel day, I believe. So like it. Because it was 9 steps for the vault.
I think it still takes into account your gems, no?
Like, yeah, it counts the gems count. So I think this is definitely Adalbert is definitely digging for the study right now. There's the office again, dead end. It's a dead end no matter what.
Oh, you hate to see that. So if her ladyships would have happened on the right hand side, it would have been chess. Oh man, bummer. But anyway, yes, still going through here again. The good news, if there is good news for Adalbert, you know, in this way, I think. Yeah, right. What do you do here? The good news for Adalbert is that Archer has still not completed any additional goals, really. I mean, on top of the one that they have, we are 45 minutes into this run and we have 1 goal. Obviously, both of them deciding to lock in on chess pretty early here and kind of go for it until they can't anymore. And I think, do you know what's interesting? I think the mental game of this is because neither of them have marked off other goals. I think what's interesting is like, because they don't have it, I think they're both just kind of re-rolling until one of them gets it, if that makes sense. Because if the other one was like 5 goals to nothing, I think maybe you could start developing other stuff and start marking off goals. But because they've only ever done 1 each this far into the game, I have to imagine they're both thinking the other person is also getting unlucky or something. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I think it's they both kind of locked into chess because they were like, okay, maybe it makes sense. Maybe I'm being a little safe. Like I may as well go 2 7 days like Adalbert has and just try to see if I can hit chess. But at the same time, Archer is on day 9. Archer is he's 2 days ahead, has chess.
Yeah.
Just doesn't have to worry about it anymore. I worry that this is a case where as soon as Archer marks even 1 more goal off, Adalbert's mental just booming. And again, taking hovel where root cellar is. You could have taken root cellar. You just started the day basically. You can hopefully find a shovel. Like at what point do you just kind of like ask and hope to hit one of these other goals and hopefully try to send the mental boom elsewhere.
Yeah, it is interesting for sure. I mean, Adalbert doing an amazing job on the right-hand side of just constantly trying to, like, to be clear, Adalbert has done nothing wrong across any of this. He's just had some of the most diabolical luck I've ever seen ever. However, also on the left-hand side, you're seeing Archer, who found Boiler Room as well. So this is going to be starting to be a tipping point on the left-hand side here. I think if Archer is starting to get some of these bigger kind of meta things, because now this is an elevator on the left-hand side, a second elevator. So Archer can just set a blue day, which he has done. We are on a blue day on the left-hand side. So if Archer is able to find a chamber of mirrors and rides the elevator and able to use it, then we'll basically be tied up, I guess, based on progression.
Or just hits the foundation.
Correct. Yeah. Or just finds foundation. Yeah. So I get, luckily again, even though Adalbert does not have chess, still in a very identical spot. Like Adalbert could get chess right now, could do it, and they would be in an identical position. So that is, in my opinion, maybe some things aside, maybe, some other meta things aside, but I think they're basically in the same spot. Planetarium showing up on the left-hand side. Archer now just needs
Blue
Kochek.
Just needs to find Kochek again.
There it is.
And there it is.
Oh,
and still has
God.
the gem to draft out the last door from Boiler Room for a powered lab.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, there it is. All right. So Adalbert has 4 rerolls. Adalbert has 4 rerolls.
Oh my God, I get it.
Here we go.
Seeing Archer click off Planetarium upgrade with Telescope,
Here we go. There it is.
There it is. It finally.
Oh my God. There it is. And a telescope for Adalbert. We are almost at identical points right now. We are almost at Adalbert just needs an office and we're back.
Like Odysseus coming home. Finally, we see a relationship's chamber.
It's
after
real.
47 minutes.
It's real. It exists in the game. Okay. It's not over yet though. Adalbert is I think on a hovel day, I believe as well. So we are still looking for the office on that right-hand side. We're close, baby. We gotta get the office. Is he locked on all fronts? Are all the doors locked? Oh my gosh. Are all the doors locked for Adalbert?
If that's the case, this is security door.
There's no way, right?
Oh my God.
Are all those doors locked? They might be. Oh my God, I think they might be locked. And just drafting in the corner has 4 rerolls for office. Attic is a chapel. You do need the attic because you don't have a chapel. And you would maybe give you a key card. I think you have to take the attic.
Yeah,
because
attic. I can give you a key card. It can give you keys. You have
I think he's gonna re-roll it for the office.
You have
to take it. You have to take it. I think you have to take it, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. Keys. That's the name of the game right now.
2, 3. Secret Garden. 4,
that's
5, 6, 7. Does not get the key card, but does have a key to unlock one of the doors, so the day is not over yet. Can re-roll. And also, yes, that is a good point. Maybe a miss on Adalbert's side because there is 9 inventory items on the board. This is a square, so maybe, I don't know how many items he is at right now, but maybe a miss. He could have grabbed all of those items. There was a deposit box key there. Maybe he could go grab. He might actually have it already. I'm not sure. We'll see. He also grabbed a hammer, I think. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that didn't use a key, but definitely prompt was clicked there at the moment.
But tactfully, it makes sense to not grab the deposit box key because it doesn't matter. And there's Chamber of Mirrors on the left-hand side for Archermaster for duplicate rooms. Could also do that as well, but we'll see.
This does not have all 4 doors into the Chamber of Mirrors, so unfortunately, I don't think that it's going to be an elevator used today.
What do you do here? You take the planetarium. That's so smart. We are still tied up. We are still tied up after 50 minutes with even despite chess.
Somehow, both players essentially, no chess on Adalbert's side.
There's office. Oh my God! It happened. It happened. We're so back. All right, we're back. We're back. Oh my God, we're back. Adalbert still notably needs. Gets the observatory as well for the night piece. Has everything that you need. You're gone. You're going. Notably here now, they both have chess. They both have the exact same goals. Adalbert slightly actually now even ahead of Archer because is about to get that 3 elevator goal done. Just kidding.
No,
Archer just got it too.
Just did it. He got
Oh
in.
my God. We are neck and neck, folks. This is literally neck and neck. The only thing that Adalbert is behind now is literally just has to go get chess, and we are literally tied up in every way. Massive. Oh my God.
With
Let's see what Archer gets.
15 minutes in.
These are also permanent floor plans additions.
Yeah,
Is it,
an
well, no,
additional-
it's studio. It's only studio ones. Sorry. So studio are only the ones that matter.
But it's still an additional passageway and additional drafting, additional drawing room.
Drawing room.
For Archermaster is going to might matter, especially when it comes to these 3 instances in a room in a day.
Well, also Chamber of Mirrors can give you 3 copies as well, so we're waiting on that. Yeah, and so if anyone doesn't know, attic does count as a bishop, so you do not need the chapel if you have the attic on the board. So that is a really fun thing in case, because no one really takes the attic ever, because it doesn't show up before you have chess really ever. So really smart move on Adal's side to take that attic in the corner to get items for keys. That was such a smart play. Big kudos to Adalbert there.
And it takes another big gem blue room out of the pool just to like get that consistency for the office just a little bit better in digging for it.
For sure. Let me also change our scoreboard here. I see you all in chat saying we have this. I can switch it over here to number of goals. So there we go. Apologies. I just have to change it every match, so I just am forgetting to change it. Apologies. Okay, so there we go. What do we got here? So Adalbert setting up chess here and going to grab Banner of the King. Again, we are now neck and neck here. We are absolutely tied up, and now we'll see here. It looks like Archer got 8 blue rooms in a row, which Adalbert could just match here in just a moment. But you know what's interesting? Do you know what's super, super interesting here? Is that the bottom row, this bottom row, they are both a third of the way done to completing the bottom row. And that is, it's so interesting as well, because Grotto is something that they could both be doing as well now that they both have chess. I started, I don't know about you, Birch, I started this match thinking there is no way that they go for the bottom, but now I'm thinking maybe they do.
It's looking like a bottom board type deal with an hour left to go.
That's what I mean.
What the only thing that's not immediately solved with
there's a patio
out of the bottom row with blue rooms is cabinet keys at this point. Both of them have gotten the more
cabinet keys. I think is the hardest thing. I think that's easily the hardest thing.
It's the hardest thing left. But that's only because you have to find patio and.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Archer just had the option to draft both the patio and the laundry room in the same day, and I think has archives. Maybe doesn't have archives. I didn't check exactly, but had both of those rooms available.
Has
now.
Very much has archives.
And has archives, so could have done all of those things if you just get a shovel. That is crazy.
There's patio. Skips patio again.
Skips patio, but like. In my eyes, if I'm not thinking about the bottom row, like that kind of tells me that they're not thinking about the bottom row as like a real option at this point. Adalbert, 9 items.
9 inventory items. So Adalbert equalizing it again, because that's 8 blueprints consecutively for Archer as well. We were neck and neck, and now I think we're starting to see.
This is so crazy.
As we're cresting a full hour into this game, but the bad luck finally starting to like. Subside and just sort of like and finally clear up for both of them, and we're seeing it again just like the first game, manifesting in different ways. And now they're I think it's because of that Adalbert getting the 9 inventory items, Archer blueprints, just again.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a lot.
It's really going to come down to that's
looking for a full directory.
That's 7 stars for Adalbert.
7 stars for Adalbert. Archermaster you saw looking for red rooms as well. So that's another goal done. Archer setting a blue day. Notably, I have to remind myself to check the beginning of each of their days to remember what color they're setting. Archer setting a blue day. I would imagine probably maybe going for a shelter. Or rather, not a shelter, a shrine blessing, I would imagine, maybe, or a schoolhouse for 3 copies, maybe. or an item. I'm not sure. Maybe just trying to draft outer rooms. Not sure. So we're looking for a few different things here. Adalbert going to the outside. I would wonder maybe if I didn't see the color on the right side. I literally just said I need to watch the colors that I just totally missed. On the right-hand side, I don't know if Adalbert said a color.
Archer picked blue.
Archer picked blue. Oh, Adalbert picking green for maybe dig spots as well. Green Day for Adal, yeah.
That's why I said earlier, it's just like now that Adalbert, I think, has gotten a little bit of confidence back, I will say as well, hitting 2 goals back-to-back very quickly. I think just kind of going for something like 19 dig spots is huge and something that like is really important to do.
Well, it's also interesting too. Like a green room gives you so many different things as well. It gives you high likelihood of a shovel, maybe even for like the keys for the cabinet. Number 1, number 2, it gives you the option to get or gives you easier chance at the terrace to get a free cloister as well, which is on our board in our 4th row. And thirdly, completing that green room directory, we saw either of them kind of sift through the secret garden. I believe Adalbert had the secret garden on the right-hand side, so it has a really good chance at a green room directory as well. Probably not the first thing you look for, but
I think just missing morning room probably being the trickier of the green rooms needed to find.
Yeah. It's
but
just,
honestly not the worst.
But also, like, if you're going for something like a patio, if you're going for a patio anyway, for like a cabinet key pull, like, and a terrace potentially, like, there's so many different things you can do with that. Like, patio you can dig up, you need it in the inventory anyway. The hardest thing then is morning room, probably on the right-hand side. So there's a lot of synergies there with green.
It's one of these where it's, for those who are unfamiliar, some of the green rooms, it's going to be very difficult, and I think something that players were avoiding simply because a lot of the green rooms have very specific drafting conditions that also need to be met, much like her ladyship's chamber, but or like garage, but just kind of in much more frustrating ways. Both patio and terrace need to be drafted piercing into the wings. Same thing with morning room, similar deal, but morning room can also be picked going up in certain cases. Greenhouse can only be drafted going up or down on east or west, respectively.
Archer fishing for the lab right now, was trying to decide which of the 0 gem rooms to take. Could take a laundry room. You could take a laundry room if you have a shovel eventually. Again, that has the archives already. A powered pump room, hopefully for the lab here. Security did not happen.
2 doors.
Here's your other chances. Oh, it's not laundry. It has to be lab.
Yeah, it has to be lab.
It's locker room. Oh my god, I forgot he has pool.
It's locker room.
I forgot he has pool. Oh my god, oh my god. What is the luck in this game? Can I just say, like, I think it has been interesting to see both of these players have kind of equally wild luck in this game today. That is so, first off, annoying. So that's so frustrating for Archer, but also, like, you know, seeing it go back and forth, kind of handing off, is just so interesting. Patio is interesting. I think you take patio here to just get it in the inventory. I think you might already have it. Or not, I guess. I'm not sure what Adalbert is going for.
More dig spots for today if need be.
Yeah, I guess.
And
I'm not sure.
It would have been an extra door that you could have
I guess,
drafted downwards for greenhouse, hopefully.
There's a study on the left for Archer. That is massive as well. That's a potential closed exhibit pull. I don't know why you would need closed exhibit, I guess. Let me look at my board here.
Yeah, I would just take the gem here. I would not take the
closed exhibit. Yeah, you don't really need it.
Yeah. And it would just to like dilute the pool. It's also 3 security doors. You don't need, like, that could just end up being messier than not, especially if you're trying to go for the red directory and you end up doing a red day, just try to fill it and end up getting closed exhibit when you really don't want to.
For sure. I think another thing to call out is, like, obviously each day that you have in this game, you want to make sure you do something, which is like a dumb thing to say, but like, you want to make sure you do something each day, because each day that you miss that you don't do something is a day. This is going to sound so basic. The day that you don't do something is a day you could have done something, right? So it's a massive waste of time when you have like 10 minutes of just like, I was fishing for this one thing and nothing happened, versus if there's a day you can have more progression. Yeah, go for it.
You want to be starting something.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta go. So it sucks when Adal, for example, has like a room. Oh my god, left-hand side here. This has, oh my god.
Laundry room.
I forgot that he didn't take it the last time because he took the other one. Oh my gosh. Well, also has the study on the left-hand side here. So trading coins for gems. So is able to have 4 additional, dice. to reroll if he has more drafting spots, but I don't know if he does.
That's
He
a
has the one-
sheltered lavatory. That's an item from the lavatory for
There we
Adalbert.
go. Adalbert.
6 to 4.
6 to
We've
4.
We've gone from 1 to 1 for 40 plus minutes to, between the two of them, 8 goals being done
Right. It's
in
so
the last
wild.
10.
And notably for Adal, having the shelter on this day as well is huge because, you know, you can keep drafting red rooms and you're preventing the power of the archive from working. So you actually do have the ability to keep drafting out of archives. At this point, I think maybe Adal is looking for the boiler room, which happens right there. We are looking for a powered lab. We'll see if this happens. Archer also
Guys,
still fishing
3
for powered lab.
gems.
Oh my God, this is neck and neck.
Oh,
I cannot
but
believe how
loses
close
one
this game
door
is.
to the foundation, so has one powered door
Yes.
to pull from right now.
Wait,
and has to-
foundation Foundation isn't powered.
It's not.
I was gonna say I could. I was like, stop.
Oh wait, no, the other door to boiler room was blocked off.
Oh my God, it is. Oh, but you could
Okay,
still
so
run
it
it through
doesn't-
security. You can still run it through security, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh no, yeah, had a chain of red rooms leading all the way to the other side of the house from it.
Oh my God, duct chaining.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
last, I think, security door that you could maybe take. Oh no, you have a weight room one as well. You have a weight room door.
Room door.
You take this is really smart from Adalbert. Taking
Yeah, you take the
the
gems.
gems. Take the gems. Make sure you can keep
You have an extra
drafting.
couple-
Oh, but it was Archer that has the study, right? Like Adalbert doesn't have the study for rerolling. Okay, this is maybe the last room you can take, I think, then now for that. Oh my God.
Yeah, baby.
It happened.
You?
It happened. Do you believe
It's
it?
coming home.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Now we have to have a conversation. This is Archermaster's third classroom as well. We are 7 to 5. At this point in the game, chat, I'm looking at you. I'm curious. Professor Birch, I'm looking at you as well in a little bit here. I'm looking at chat first. Chat, do you think Adal goes for that bottom row? I don't know. I think it's questionable. You have 50% of the goals. Archer also going for the grotto as well. Is there a play for the gemstone cavern? Is there a play for the studio editions, or do you go for 13? I don't know.
I think a blue day going for shrine to monk drafting studio, as well as blue days to look for
I think you just do
workshop
blue
and
days. Yeah.
and a power hammer, because it's one of those where it's like the cabinet keys are always going to be a whiff anyway, and with 57 minutes left in the match, we're looking that this might just be we're going to, like, even if you don't complete all 6 of the goals at the bottom row, just having an angle at essentially 5 out of 6 that Archer may not be going for could just put this even more out of range than it's already starting to extend to be. Adalbert having the very
Oh my
small
God, there's
edge
2
he does.
aquariums. There's 2 aquariums
There's
for
2.
Adalbert. He's going to give her a 3rd aquarium.
Wait, was
He's looking for a 3rd
because
aquarium.
did he get add aquariums to the pools as his lab?
I think so. Yeah, trying for another lab. Yes, for add 3 aquariums, and has a red day filter. This is incredibly smart from
Archer
Adalbert.
going for a lab on
Archer
his side.
also trying for lab. Can I just say this has been one of my favorite races. This is interesting. Greenhouse you could take for a full green room, but I don't think you focus on
But
that.
that
I
also
think
could have given you an item.
That's true. Yeah, I can give items, or will give an item at least, but aquarium! That's 3 rooms. Oh my God. Okay, now it's 8 goals. You're 5 goals away.
Okay, they both marked off 3 instances of room in a day. We are still
my God.
just
Okay.
right there.
So at this point, I guess what is the other benefit of Adalbert still drafting today? I'm trying to think of like the other things you could get. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe like a full red room directory, because is that full red? Is that what did I call it out immediately?
that-
I did.
Yep,
That's full red.
That's full red. That's full red.
Oh my God. Oh my word. At this point, there's 9 goals. You're 4 goals away. I do not think you go for the bottom goal. It's either 3 goals on the bottom, which are difficult, or 4 goals above. I think you say screw it.
I say
And
blue
a
days are what
lab!
you're gonna need. Yeah, that's. Oh my God, we're right there. This is exciting, but I think at this point, despite going all 7 days to get chess power, this might just be Adalbert's game to lose at this point.
We'll see. I don't know.
two-
Archer just got the lab, the powered lab as well for Grotto.
Yeah, but that
Oh my God.
that's still a goal that Adalbert already has. I think there's the angle if Adalbert just focus. I think it's just an angle to go blues, and because a vault can get you a 5-day blessing.
That's true. Yeah, a vault can just easily drop that for you. So I think at this
A
point,
fi-
I think both of them are going to have to drop the blessing or just reset until they get rid of it, or it just happens naturally. It's like the last thing you do maybe, and just get the blessing. Both of them going to the outer rooms right now, or Adalbert going out to grab the microchip. Oh, interesting. Root cellar for
Root cellar,
dig spots, maybe?
Archermaster, I think, looking.
Oh, to
just
fill
to
the
call it,
directory.
okay.
No, well, I think they're doing outer rooms for the directory. No, they're trying to get a full outer room directory as well on row 5 right here. So they're trying to do this one as well. So yeah, we'll see. Adalbert potentially going out to throne room eventually as well. We need to get that checked off. We'll see. I think we'll see if Adalbert goes to get throne room today and open the grotto. I'm not sure. Or maybe not. I guess you don't need throne room, I suppose. You don't. Wait. Oh my God. Lab at common. Wow. I guess you don't even need to go out. So, okay. Birch, here's now the question. They are both
Wait,
at...
Adalbert's going into the network terminal. I'm very curious as to remote terminal access.
It's the money spread. Yeah, it's the money spread for I think probably a conference spread potentially.
Oh my God. Does he
that-
have conference room?
Yeah, I think so. I looked away for 5 seconds, but I think he does.
Oh my God.
So, okay. Yeah, so
He does have
that
conference
is
room. Okay,
massive.
It was right there.
Oh my God.
First
three goals left.
Study lab in conference room as your first 3.
And okay.
That's 4 blues in a row. He could just keep continuing to stay and get 8 consecutively.
Well, let's look at this. Adal has 3 goals left. What do we? And a workshop at common. I'm seeing that out of the corner of my eye. Massive. Looking at the board, I think you draft 8 blueprints successfully or consecutively. Excuse me. That's one goal. That's easy, right? That's easy for Adalbert now that has chess. Maybe outer room directory. That's also easy. And third one. What do you think? What's a good third one?
I think
we're looking at red here.
Blessing
Yeah.
again.
5-day
If you have
blessing.
a blue day and you hit the vault and you get
There
enough
it is.
gold, that's a
2 left. We got 2 left for Adalbert. I have to imagine.
we could be seeing a game 3.
Okay, am I out of my gourd? Or do you go outside? Yeah,
Possibly.
you immediately call it. Yeah, maybe. You go outside, you immediately go draft the outside, because on top of that, when you go outside to draft the directory outer rooms as well, you reset any shrine blessings that you have, and then immediately you set blue and you go for vault, and then that's just GG's for Adalbert here coming up shortly. Wow. That's going to be it. So this is the win. This is the path. Adalbert will go outside, do the full outer room directory, get eventually, once that is done, then get the shrine. Yep, is looking for only 2, right? There it is. Yes, I can see the vision.
It's tomb and
Unless there's a world where he's thinking, okay, no, he's going to go outside, do trading post.
Is it tomb and trading post?
Yeah, it's tomb and trading post. So you can just do yellow, black, done. So there's a final goal that he needs. I wonder if he sees the 5-day blessing and thinking about what other thing do I want to. I almost want to listen into Adal here. Let's listen to his stream to see what he's thinking. I want to hear out loud what he's maybe thinking about doing for the next day. There's trading post. He has now 1 more. He needs the tomb.
He's getting the tomb.
I think it's. So we're gonna listen here. Adalbert probably doing some thinking. Going to be resetting here. I would imagine going to get the tomb. Now, the final goal, in my personal opinion, I think you sift for vault, and then you're setting a blue day anyway when you're getting vault. You set a blue day, take those 40 coins, go get that 5-day blessing, and then you're good to go. You can even be building coins along the way.
Yeah, you only need because in terms of 5-day blessing, you could just take Blessing of the Dancer, 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
just
don't even-
any
you don't
5-day
even need to go-
blessing.
You don't need to go for Monk. You don't need to go for you don't need to go for 5-day Berry Picker or some
Okay, now I just need a
absurd
Cloister for free.
amount like that.
Oh, he's doing Cloister for free.
He's doing
That's-
Cloister for free.
That's so smart too. That's smart. You just need the terrace. You filter for the edge of the house, and then you go back to the middle, and you get you get a Cloister, and that will be GG's. That's a really smart play from Adalbert. Archer is going to be tough to pick this fan up. They need 5 goals still. I don't know.
5 goals, and we're looking at checkmate right now. That's green. It's
This is check.
picked.
This is check for sure. Okay, did he not
Adalbert
set green? He gets 2
No,
bedrooms
he
immediately.
did pick green. It's just also these are the first 3 rooms, and as
Crazy.
much as something like courtyard can pop up there, it's still very.
That's
Did
fine.
he pick green?
I think so. Yeah, he needs to go to the right. He needs to go to the right and up or left here to get terrace first and then Cloister. There's a very real chance he just gets blocked here. There's Aquarium. I think you take Aquarium to go right here or not. You go up here. I would have taken maybe Aquarium to go right
No,
to
because
try to draft
it's to
terrace.
go right into the foundation.
Oh yes, smart. I forgot the foundation was right there. I wasn't even
Terrace,
thinking.
please.
Wow,
There's
there it
terrace.
is. We are one door
If
click
it's-
away from a win.
If it's Cloister here, that's game.
This is gonna be it if he gets Cloister. Take hallway. Yep.
That's not a
for sure.
Cloister.
It's not.
This will be GG's if it's a Cloister. There it is. That's time. Adalbert with our second win. First win of the day for Adalbert. Second game done. Adalbert 1-1. We are going to
And
game
that-
3, folks.
I believe that
And
would be
that
time.
is our first. This is going to be our first game 3 of the top.
Okay, I brought it
8.
back. How long did it take you to get chess? I think I took longer.
Yeah, both of them getting blocked on chess. Let's listen to what Adalbert has to say.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they're. Oh yeah, they have Discords muted. But yeah, wow. Congratulations to Adalbert. That was so sick.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna mute here for a second. Birch, I want to talk to you about this for a second. Looking at this board and just thinking about that game as a whole, I am very thankful that this. It sucks that the RNG was as bad as it was at the beginning. However, I think it is fun that they both had terrible RNG where they both had to keep going for the same thing. They don't have to do it, but it definitely helps. And the fact that they both got equally unlucky, even from day one, they had trouble with the garage, both of them. Chess aside, they both had awful like day 1 and 2 luck anyway with garage. So, they both had kind of terrible luck, and it's kind of what they did with it, really bringing it back and kind of taking the rest of the game after that point. Really, really great game.
Yeah, this I have no other words for this game besides it was an absolute barn burner. It was a fist fight, a true fist fight, both with the players against each other, but also against the game. It was
Yes.
how tight it was at some of these points, and just I'm curious how both of them are bouncing back after this game,
Yeah.
because this was an absolute. I was so convinced that as soon as Archer clicked that second goal, Adalbert would have just been sort of lost to the mental and just really, and this would have been a very easy 2-0. But to not only
Yes.
get that chest power the last possible day it was going to be consistent and good, or the last day for her ladyships, and
Yes.
to extend that into a game 2 win. Massive. All the momentum is in Adalbert's side, and remember, folks, Adalbert is the lower seed here.
Yeah, for sure.
The
other thing
we could be looking at an upset.
I know. And the other thing I was thinking about is just in general, just for everyone at home, Blueprints Bingo in this format specifically in a 1v1 is such a mental game as well. Knowing that in the first hour of this game, they were kind of tied with awful luck, and I have to imagine both of them knew exactly how bad of luck they were having, just because neither of them had marked any other goal with trying to find chess. This is a board that really leans more towards maybe a chess play, I think, in the later game. However, I think it is very much a mental game, knowing that if one of them was just kind of rolling with chess immediately, that would be a huge mental drain to be like, okay, well, I just need to keep fishing, and the other person has it.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why this is such a mental. I'm sure they were still positive about that in the first half of the game, knowing, well, the other person hasn't marked anything off. I can just keep trying for this, Very, very cool.
Yeah, we saw them kind of tunnel vision, but we're able to do so very much so
100%.
because of just how the RNG was playing out in a lot of ways.
Exactly. I'm gonna take 30 seconds to just run to the bathroom really quick. Birch, I don't know if you need to take a quick bathroom break, but I'm gonna go. You need a bathroom break?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get into game 3 in just a second here. I don't know if our players need a quick BRB. I'm gonna take 60 seconds to go run to the bathroom and actually go feed my dog. So, chat, we'll be back in 60 seconds and we'll find out the third game here. We'll be back in just a minute. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, chat room. Hello, chat room. Hello, hello, hello. Duty calls, as it were. I also had to feed my dog, so he is eating his lunch right now. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. This is a really exciting match. I'm stoked we get a game 3. This is awesome. It's been really, really a fun matchup so far. I'm excited to see what people pick for this upcoming match. So this will be Archermaster's pick here shortly as well. So yes, loving watching it. Yeah, thank you so much. It's been so fun to see all these games happen. So yeah, the dog is eating. In case you are new to my community, my dog's name is Finn, and he is a German Shepherd, so he's eating dinner. It's also storming in Chicago, so he's a little sad because he doesn't like the thunder. So,
Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
For this one, we're gonna have to pick the other match, game 3.
Cool. Word.
And then we'll just have to rename some files because we forgot to update the formats.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, well, weirdly, I picked. So I started today. I actually clicked on 2-1 and then 2-3.
I know.
So this will. Okay.
So pick
gotcha.
1-3.
1-3. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Just because that was the format we didn't see yesterday.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, just let me know for future games what you want me to pick then, because I know I probably clicked on the wrong one. So.
Well, in between this match and the next, we'll have to change a couple of files over.
Cool.
But it should only take a second and nothing on OBS, just through your file
Cool.
explorer.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
But let me know when we're dragging in the players.
Yeah, I think we are good to go. I think we're ready if they're ready. So I'm going to swap over to, let me click on this really quick. Let me go to the format select page. And I think we're ready if you all are. So apologies, we had to run to the bathroom. So, all right, we're going to get dragged in here. We're going to get ready for game 3. Stream validated. Hello, gamers.
Hello.
Hello.
What a fantastic match. You both did great with the luck you were given. It was wild.
What a rough one.
I know. You both had like identical luck in the first game too, so that was really fun to watch from a third party. So I know that was frustrating, I imagine, for both of you. But yes, anyway, all right, so Archer, it is going to be your pick for this final set of boards. Are you ready to see what options we got?
Let's see what we got.
All right, let's do it. here's what we got here. We have 3 incoming boards for you. So our first option is one of the options I think we saw before earlier today. So it was that bingo 4x4. The first to 11 goals or the first to make a line will lose. So that's our first option here. The second option is a plummet, similar to what we just saw, an 8x8 plummet with a path from the bottom to the top. So literally making a path very similar to what you did before, but it's more of like with a plummet board instead. And then finally, we have a bingo 5x5 with a first to 13 goals, very similar to what we just did. So first to 13, no stipulations about it, but that's half the goals on the board. You gotta mark off for this 5x5. So again, no major rush for you. Feel free to take your time and think it through. These are very different formats. So
all good. I'm gonna go 8x8.
You kind of cut off. Did you see 8x8 plummet?
Yes, correct. Center option 8x8 plummet.
Okay, perfect. So as a reminder for both of you, this is going to be a really big board, but all you have to do is make a plummet line from the top to the bottom, or bottom to the top, I guess, whatever way you want to look at it. That bottom row will be that most difficult line. So you have many options in which to get a bingo at the very bottom. So excited for you all to see what we got here, and good luck to both of you in your final match.
Thank you.
Of course. Have a good one. All right, folks. They are moving out. We have a plummet 8x8. Hello, Birch. We're back. Plummet 8x8.
We could have had the 4x4.
We could have had the
4x4.
I know. 8x8 is a big board. It's true. I love path-based boards. That's why we love BQuest so much. So as we're seeing on the screen up here, we are going to do a path-based board. You need to be making a path like you're seeing here. Obviously, the path is just kind of like a winding. You can go sideways if you would like. In any kind of way, yeah. An example here, you can do like a weird kind of winding path like that. All you have to do is make sure your path connects from this example car key one all the way down to one of the goals at the bottom with some kind of variation. So hope you all are ready. We're gonna see we are 1-1. Let's see what we're gonna have for our game 3 between Archermaster and AdalbertZollern. So we're gonna start cooking here in a second. Hope you all are ready. Chat, are we feeling good? Ready to go? Ready to go? All right. So here is our real board. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. We have our very first match here. Let me go ahead and pull it up on my side. So, a lot of hype. Welcome on into our final match, 1-1 between Archer and Adal. So, let's take a look at our very top goal, Nook and Library. Again, it is going from easiest to hardest from the top to the bottom. Oh yeah, it is a plummet. Someone can type in Smant's chat and just say it's a plummet, not a summit. It's the same kind of thing, but you know what I mean. So Nook to Library is going to be our very top goal here. That is very easy to do. Obviously, it's just a Nook and a Library in a day. There's a reason why it's at the top. However, as you work your way down, we're seeing things like Antechamber Western Door. That is just a Secret Garden key used. And there's also some combination here. Here's also a reservoir option as well. So these kind of goals on microchip is easy. 25 coins is easy. All of these kind of top 3 goals are very, very easy. Working our way down, we have 4 security doors open, 3 more Ajay boxes, 6 hallways in the directory. These are all kind of things that can happen kind of naturally. The biggest call out here, I would say, is it's just a really big board overall. So really, really big board. I will say, looking more towards the bottom, let's look at all of our hardest goals on the board, right? So we have Sanctum Key, which is, in my opinion, the easiest way to do that is probably with Throne Room, especially if you're going to be going for unique microchips. There is some equitability there, I guess, or some similarities there if you're trying to go for something in the Throne Room. Studio Editions, 6-Day Blessing, 2 King Rooms in your directory, which again is Throne Room. If you're going for that. So I think it's a Throne Room kind of day, in my opinion. 21 dig spots, 13 dead ends, 15 stars. Birch, if you're looking at this bottom row, what are you looking at for maybe a good option to maybe aim for in your early game? I don't know, maybe a 6-Day Blessing? I don't know. What do you think?
6-Day Blessing, 2 Kings in Directories thing. 3 unique microchips is also down there. That is also something. 15 stars. I think that would be my sort of personal comfort pick, just because I think, but yeah, as you said, sort of a synergy between Sanctum Key and 2 King Rooms and Directory could be something aimed, where it's just like if the players choose to go sort of in that direction to begin with, it kind of gives them multiple outs versus something a little bit more narrow, like 15 stars.
Right.
But again, it all comes down to sort of, I think the most important thing are the squares in that 7th row that lead into that bottom row. That's going to be more important, because you can get 2 Kings in a Directory, and I would say even that over Sanctum Key,
Look at
just
this.
because gaining 21 plus steps from Dining Room or finding the Mechanarium is going to be a little bit more easier, and at least is 2 options leading into the bottom row versus just the 8 allowance alone going into Sanctum Key.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep reviewing the board here. This is a very large board, so they're gonna have to keep cooking through. There's a lot of meta progression. If you all are looking at the middle of the board, if you'll note, we have upgrade discs in the middle. We have reach rank 9 as well in the middle. So a lot of middle options that are more like progression based. A lot of flexibility. I love this. I love like a path based board, because it makes you kind of think more in like a bequest mindset. It makes you kind of make a path towards one to another. Immediately a microchip from Adalbert getting the first goal, and a one from Archer as well. Or was that both, or was that just Archer?
I think it was just Archer.
It was Archer. That's my fault. I looked on the wrong side. That's probably my bad. Just Archer.
Yeah, Adalbert got running shoes immediately.
Yeah. Running shoes. My fault. I looked at the wrong screen. I was like, look. But yes, we'll go through the board in a sec. Go for it, Birch.
Also, as much as Nook and Library Day may be our essentially quote-unquote easiest goal on the board, being the top, this is a plummet going all the way down. So we're going from least difficult up top to most difficult at bottom. If you somehow thought 1 Sanctum Key was easier than Nook and Library Day, wow, what to tell you? But yeah, this is also be something where like Library is still hard to find, but something like getting an upgrade disc and somehow rolling a Nook upgrade to get a reading Nook guarantees you getting that goal immediately, which is why it's one of the easier ones. I'd say if our players somehow repeat their early day luck from the last game, 3 upgrade discs is also on the board, so that could be something. Just taking whatever upgrade discs they can find and just slamming them. If my commentary from the last game wasn't clear enough, I am a big proponent of if there's an upgrade disc, use it.
Sure, yeah, no, for sure. I'm the same way. I'm always like, use the upgrade disc. But yes, I'm looking at the board on the left-hand side here. I marked maybe a potential path that I think is like maybe of least resistance, for maybe, I would even venture to say, chat room, a kingless board. I think if you look on the left-hand side of this board, you're seeing obviously, Nook Library, 25 coins entering the reservoir. That's just pool and pump room. Security doors, 2 coins in the fountain. If you find a coffer, maybe an item from the lavatory. That's the hardest part, I think, of these 2. Getting into the antechamber somehow, and then a 6-day blessing. That's a path where you very easily don't need king. You know what I mean? I'm sure they might both go for it regardless, but still. And there's Garage for Adalbert, by the way.
You can even, if you have enough coins to cross the 25 coin threshold, you probably have enough coins to try to go for a 6-day blessing, if you're really lucky. So I can see that lining up and kind of working with itself. Same thing, also kind of in that same vein, maybe not item from lavatory, but maybe 1 coffer. If you get a treasure map, shrine immediately on Adalbert sign,
Very
4
nice.
coins. You know what it is. Let's go gambling. High roller time. I think this is definitely a perfect day 1 in that aspect. Hopefully, getting a 3-day high roller can actually be levied into a chest power pretty quickly if Adalbert chooses to do so, and not a 7-day one like last game.
It is interesting. I think the right side of the board leans itself more towards like a chest day potential, because you think of like hallways, shops, open Great Hall. That's like a foyer, like Great Hall combo. That's the same thing with Antechamber Eastern. 3 microchips is more of a king kind of thing that you can do easily with Boiler Room. So I feel like even like a Mechanarium, all of these things, like drafting rooms, I guess, is tougher. Looking on the left side here, by the way, Archer has 2 dice, so can reroll for whatever he wants here. Gonna be taking the Shrine for a blessing, more than likely the high roller, and just kind of starting off for all of the basic flames and what you would do normally for the beginning of a bingo. But yes, I don't know. I'm looking at the left side of this board. Obviously, Allowance and Sanctum Key could definitely play if it's more of like a black print kind of day. But I don't know. A lot of these things, there are 3 or 4 items on this bottom row, like Sanctum Key, 3 microchips, 2 King Rooms in the directory. Those are all throne room things, you know? Like, so I would imagine Boiler Room is top of mind for both players here, and Making a Wish from Archermaster here as well for this goal. So we'll see. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one. So they're both kind of starting off pretty standard. Also taking a look at our middle here. Boiler is also big for keys from the furnace as well. 4 sports rooms is kind of like a tough goal unless the day happens upon you. It's kind of helps with chess, I guess.
If I'm getting the key from the furnace, I'm looking to get 4 billiard puzzles. I'm not really looking to get sports rooms unless I'm getting a really weird and lucky red day as well already. Because 2 of those sports rooms are in fact gymnasium and weight room.
Right.
So
Well, do you know what's interesting about this is I think this kind of, I love that this is a game 3 board. I don't know how else to say that, but like this board is nice where you can either choose to really hyper lock in on chess to kind of do the guarantees on the board, right? Like once you get chess, you're guaranteed like the directories for shops and hallways and green rooms, all these things. Like you could literally just run down this kind of angle right here. On the board, if you're seeing it right here, you could literally do green room, hallway, this, bang, bang, bang. Like that would just be it. Actually, I think I will even venture to say this: if someone gets chess, this is the route. It goes Nook, coins, green room, directory, probably sports day or rank 9 or corners, shop, hallway, bang. That's the right side. I think if you go chess, chessless, you have to get a little bit lucky, but I think it's very doable on this left hand side of the board.
Yeah, and we're
Office.
Talking, office.
Oh my God. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. I just got excited.
But no, like to your point, hallways, directories, we're talking that going down the middle and kind of then curving to the right of the board. If we're reaching rank 9, we may as well also be putting rooms in all 4 corners of the day. It just depends on how the early draft goes.
Right.
Or also if they're just going for a full house, who knows?
Yeah, it's a tough one,
but
right?
Yeah, this is definitely something that like it will come down to likely the players, as we can see, ending up on diverging paths, like 2 roads diverging in an autumn wood or something.
Also a funny little thing. Sorry, go for it.
No, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be really interesting to see sort of how each player takes it this way, especially if they do have the same sort of RNG they did have from game 2.
For sure. Also, you'll notice on the right-hand side here, Adalbert kind of grabbing the kitchen, going for all the dice possible to now guarantee the outer rooms. We've seen this meta very often. Going to go outside, going to go grab our last outer room I think technically first outer room from Adalbert, and probably going to be resetting here, I would imagine, because grab the Shrine day 1.
He took Shrine day 1, so he's looking for... I would be looking to guarantee the classroom here. Maybe do that. That would also help with going for drafting rooms in a single day if you choose to do so. And I think, yeah, clearly re-rolling for the classroom here or schoolhouse. That is going to be that's the harder of the 2 rarity wise of the other 2 outer rooms that have flame valves in them. So it makes sense. Makes perfect sense getting that out of the way. Hovel can always come back. Hovel, more often than not, just loves to stick in that first round, simply because it is more of a boon, so one of these sort of immediate impacts to your drafting capabilities for a day.
Definitely. Looking to the outer rooms, again, they're both doing an identical start. Archer just got 2 dice as well, going outside, grabbing that schoolhouse. We have no copies of rooms in a day, so drafting the classroom doesn't matter, so you don't need to do that. And then now Archer having, I think, 3 of the flames, and now we'll start beginning chess day. I think Adalbert is doing that exact same thing. Going to hallway to guarantee that corner room to try to get office later on in the drafting series. I would imagine, I guess I don't know what I would have taken there, I guess, but there is dice as well. So both of them with a very identical start. Once you get 2 dice, I think you go outside and get that hovel. from Adalbert, especially here, just maybe a second ahead. This is almost a dead even start to this game. Adalbert maybe a little bit ahead because it has an upgrade disc. I didn't remember what. Oh no, he upgraded the closet. That's what it was. Maybe
Is the hallway
even
closet?
that. Yeah, even that is kind of
which is one of those where it's very marginal of how much that could actually help. Especially not taking it off the hallway in this corner here and taking it off the north entrance hall.
right.
But yeah, it's very interesting to see how close these two starts are. Adalbert's probably shooting straight up this column 2 right now. Taking the kitchen, that's the second dice, as well as this is a west wing hall here. Positions himself perfectly.
Oh my god, they both
as
took
well.
security at the same time in the same spot.
Wow, we are.
Wow, this is so funny. And they're
Again-
probably are not the same spot, but almost the same spot.
Again, two very evenly matched parody.
Oh no, it was the same spot.
Jesus.
These are identical starts. They're like Birch was just saying, 1-to-1 identical beginnings here. I think so. Now they both, well, technically Archer only has 1 die really, so we're kind of waiting on one more shop room from Archer on the left hand side. But Adalbert easily going to go over and grab that hovel today to set up for chess like we've been seeing this whole time. Again, I would argue you don't really need to do chess for this board. It certainly will make it immediate if you get it fast. So they're both going for like the risky strat. Maybe risky is the wrong
Needed
word.
both those dice for Hovel. Just one of those times Hovel did not want to stick in that front slot. So that is all 4 flames for for Adalbert. So now it's just a matter of hitting everything else. It still has only taken the kitchen so far. Still has a few more shops to pull out the pool for extra dice to roll for her relationships. Still plenty of, but like that will also kind of come at odds with trying to having enough gems to also find the office the same day as well. But very much so, if we're looking at if we're taking chess power as a sort of measure of lead at the moment, Adalbert currently holding that at the moment. I did want to say I think it's been really interesting to also see because Bingo has also kind of informed speedrunning, and speedrunning has kind of informed Bingo, in that like it. Pardon the play on words, but it almost feels like certain openings have been developed in blueprints,
Yeah, right.
much like their chess openings. Quite literally, in that like we saw both players take Shrine day 1 in particular to get that blessing of the high roller, and then just have that extra consistency going into days 2 and 3, getting dice, finding ways to reroll, especially because finding these sort of specific rooms for the queen or king piece is very specific. So like it's almost like that because it's you and I both run Explorer Percent. We've kind of seen hand in hand, and that is her relationships for Archermaster.
Oh, here we go, baby. This is where it begins. I think you need chapel for Adalbert. No, it does not say
chapel
yes to
and office.
But maybe doing gem starving. No, it still needs chapel. Well, yeah, chapel and office. Well, I think still needs ladyships. No, for Adalbert. Yeah, still needs leaderships. So still
but has
there.
the dice to go back. I think is looking to draft some extra shops to get dice
for sure. There's chapel. I think you take it here. No, or am I weird? Yeah, I think you take chapel.
I would. Yeah, you take chapel here, or you take bedroom to go up and hopefully have some doors. Ooh.
Still has one more door. I think it has 6 keys. You're fine there. Library. I think you have to take.
Libraries.
Right? I don't think you use the reroll for that. Notably, coffer chance as well for Adalbert as well. If we get a shovel and the right location, we have a chance to use a coffer, which is a goal. Boiler room foundation. What a crazy set of 3. This board is definitely a boiler room board, and I think Adalbert noticed that immediately, knowing you need now. I don't know what you think, Birch, but I think now this is now a play. If you can get chess, great, but I think you use all of your resources for throne room. I almost think until or rather Blackbridge, to get access to all of that. That's one of your final goals.
Yeah. It's 2 king room and directories, so like this is definitely a once chess is hit, even if it's not, you
still need to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to, but you know what I mean? Like, it's still something you need to hit. So, We're going to see Adalbert here. Adalbert looking for two different things. Looking for both now lab and for an office. And is set up for chess, so a really productive day. Anything could happen for Adalbert on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, Archer has her ladyships. So if we see office on the left-hand side, I think Archer is basically ready to go for chess. We will see here shortly. I think also Archer has some rerolls in the corner here as well, so to potentially get office. Will you probably reroll in the corner for office? Does not get it, unfortunately, on the left-hand side.
Takes boudoir for the gem. Just the more gems Archer has on that side, the more likely we'll see office kind of pop off.
Archives.
This is a power.
Ooh, that's a hard one to take, but yeah, I think you have to, and you need to keep that die. So I think you have to take the archives here to give yourself a chance for chance for lab. Let's see if Adalbert can get it. Laboratory in for Adalbert.
First try. That is Blackridge immediately and can just go ahead and add throne room to the pool.
That is a massive. That is 3 unique microchips. So I don't know what you think, Birch. I think this is worth doing both. I think it's worth doing 3 unique microchips. I think it's worth going to get throne room itself just to have 2 different options on the very bottom row. Those are 2 different ways, 2 different ways to complete your line here, as it were. And so Adalbert also doing some re-rolling here as well for bedroom for 40. Amazing job to get those steps done. Yeah. There's a vault on the left-hand side for Archer. Could do a shrine blessing,
that
but
would be 25 coins.
That's 25 coins. You might as well. Yep. Yeah. So that's a goal done here. But I think Adalbert realizing how good we're set up for here as well. So really cool thing here. Does Adalbert take, is this maybe a furnace for keys? It is a furnace. Yes. Okay, so key from furnace is also on the board. So,
and that's also for the...
Oh my god, that's also the coffer. Does he have a shovel? He doesn't have a shovel.
No, he does not.
Is it in the... He has a commissary. Is it in the commissary?
Hopefully.
Also, wow. Just... What do you
you just gotta reroll that. Taking weight room is just... death.
Oh my god, he's almost out of steps. It doesn't really matter though, because he's not going for chess. He has all the other things he needs, so chess doesn't really matter for him today.
Oh yeah, because this is a hovel day.
It's a hovel day as well. Silver key and a study on the left.
Study for Archer.
Study, which is crazy because it doesn't actually matter on this day because it already has her ladyships.
But there's also 8 gems. That's 9 gems. 2 doors out of passageway. This is 8 gems. This is technically 7 gems for rerolls. If it all possible.
In an office?
Because it's just oh my god.
Oh my god, Birch. This means and the experiment because he pulled the aquarium, which means he triggered the experiment. Pulls the office. Now could get Blackbridge Grotto. Is now also has 1 reroll potentially for her ladyship's chamber as well. Also maybe looking for a lever potentially. I don't know why. What do you even do at this point?
I don't
You could take a laundry room. Oh, what do you even do? Your steps are kind of a problem, but also if you just... Can someone knows maybe in chat, what was the trigger? Which color room was it? Is it a shop trigger for that hit the aquarium? Which color of a room was the trigger? It was a bedroom. Okay, so bedroom triggers the steps. Okay. So... Any more bedrooms that Adalbert can take here will give additional steps. So I think that's
Archer's
what you just look for.
rolling from the pool right now. This is looking... Oh yeah, hovel day for Archer as well. This is essentially a dig for the office at the moment. Takes the drawing room.
I don't think you... And on the right side, Adalbert, I don't think you re-roll this. I think you just take the gym, for example, and like... This is a really tough moment. I mean... You definitely... Oh, it's also security lock, so it doesn't matter. Wow. Oh my god, this is incredible. So, Adalbert trying to figure out if he can get additional steps to get out of this house. Also, potentially looking for chess options. I don't really know what you do at this point for Adalbert. He's definitely counting out the steps to get outside, for sure. He is definitely going to be short. He doesn't have enough.
He doesn't have enough. He would have to get back to the kitchen to have steps to go for her ladyships, but he just doesn't.
Interesting. So counting
I think he's counting to see if he can get back to kitchen at the moment.
Oh, sure. And maybe he's looking to draft out of... Oh, okay, maybe going up to draft out of Dark Room potentially. There's a shovel there. Oh my God, there's a shovel for the coffer. There's a shovel for the coffer in the furnace.
Just a little too late because he just doesn't have the steps.
Oh my God, what a day. Oh my God,
This
what
is
a day.
this is Adalbert playing on a knife's edge at the moment. 2 steps. Yeah, he gets outside, but
Oh no.
no, he doesn't even get outside.
He can't make it to the kitchen. That's such a bummer. I mean, hey, that is still a wildly productive day. Got the key from the furnace. Still got so much done. Honestly,
did he have Nook as well?
he might have had a Nook, so maybe he had Nook and Library in a day. I'm sure it's one of those things where it's gonna show up later, so it's not a big deal. And he'll definitely be looking for it because he needs to mark it off eventually. But so he'll mark it off eventually. I'm not worried about that. He will get it. But yeah, that weight room was diabolical.
That weight room basically killed the day.
For sure. Archer going underground right now because going to go do chess as well. So I believe Archer has the chess power ready to go as well. So Archer definitely has a bit of an advantage for more of the meta, but Adalbert has one of the hardest goals that you would be looking for with chess anyway. So I don't know. At this point, I think Adalbert is probably just going to go get another blessing for High Roller and just go from there. So who knows? Losing out on those steps definitely did hurt. But, definitely gives you more routes in the house as well. So I think he's going to reroll here to maybe get a shrine and use some of those keys as well. But on the left-hand side, you are seeing Archer with a chess power. So it's anyone's game really at this point. I would say if Adalbert can get chess again in this day, we're kind of back because he has done the hardest thing, I think. Maybe not the hardest thing. He has done maybe the most important thing on this board of opening the grotto, or opening that up. Mm-hmm.
I think just it is it's all getting access to the last two getting access to the 2 microchips to begin with. I had the shovel. I don't think he's been able to dig outside yet.
Right.
So I don't think he has access there. I wish he kind of turned just a little bit further to the left there just to see if he's popped that vase yet. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, interesting plays here. You're looking on the left side. Archer sifting for that boiler room, finds it immediately. So again, if Archer is able to get the lab here, I would say Archer has a definitive lead over Adalbert here. So we'll only find out here shortly.
Archer taking a red day to guarantee the boiler room more or less, because a lot of the duct rooms are red rooms, whereas blue can get a little more finicky just because there's so many more blue rooms, whereas red picking up something like a weight room just sort of increases that probability for pulling a boiler room, as we see here. But 1 gem, this really is kind of a whatever Archer does pull out of one of these 2 doors really kind of needs to be the laboratory, or at least something free that he can kind of extend with.
Yeah, it's one of these things. I think this is going to be tough. There's Hovel as well, so definitely makes it easier on Adalbert to get chess here again, which is of note. So basically has the same setup as the previous day, so we're hoping for good odds for Adalbert here on the chess on the right hand side. But left side, a lot of powered rooms happening right now, security being grabbed. We are also gemless in Seattle, I suppose, is maybe the way to say this. But
don't
what? Anyway, we're on the left hand side. We're going for, we got to get a gem. We gotta get a gem.
Parlor.
There's
storeroom. That is a gem.
I think at this point really it's just duct drafting until you get lab. Right side, Adalbert going for that Nook. You need that. You need a knight. You got to go from there. So I think we're kind of developing. Also of note, Archer and Adalbert, Adalbert actually doesn't have it, but Archer officially has 2 elevators as well. Has ridden 2 elevators. Adalbert, there's lady ships. There it is. And potential, and a laboratory on the left. Oh my god. Okay. I think Adalbert is looking for security to use the upgrade disc because that is also a goal because we need 3 upgrade discs. Left-hand side, Archer getting Grotto opened up. We are almost still tied up. I think what will matter here the most, if I will say something as a bit of a guess, if Adalbert does not find the office today and cannot get chest power, I fear this is going to tip very fast. Adalbert needs to see an office almost immediately here. Otherwise, we're going to see a little bit of struggle from Adalbert.
I will say though, realization, Adalbert doesn't need security to use the upgrade disc.
Has Blackbridge already? Correct.
Has Blackbridge. Both players now have Blackbridge. So
Good
technically,
call.
the upgrade discs are not reliant on finding anything within the house. But again, still takes time to walk out to Blackbridge.
For sure.
And still, both players, I think, are really, like you said, I think if Adalbert doesn't hit chest today, this match could be over a lot quicker than we think it is.
I know. Do you know what's interesting?
Foyer for Archer.
Archer has a Foyer. I was just going to say, you're exactly right. Foyer gives Archer about 3 different goals. Also, right side, Adalbert getting a, what do you call it?
Great Hall.
There's Great Hall as well. So that's 6 doors open. That is a goal on the row 7, I believe, right here. Interior Great Halls for Archer. So that one is done. Foyer just really helps out. You're going to have the full directory of hallways as well coming up here shortly. And East Lever as well.
East Lever. And also I think it's a hallway day that Archer is going for right now.
Yes, he has a hallway.
So could also get 6 rooms in the hallway directory if he so chooses to do so, or if he so lands into it. East Wing Hall, that also helps. Room directory, he's
there. It is. There's 6.
There it is. That's 6. Already, this is
Well, it's interesting. Archer would also have to connect. I'm assuming Adalbert will have to connect this at the top as well, but we'll have to connect the microchips and coins and maybe even green rooms or secret garden key together at the very top as well. So needs a way to connect all these together for both players. However, Adalbert really needs an office here to stay in this running, I would say. Otherwise, it's going to tip very fast.
Yeah, if I'm Archer, I'm looking at 6 green rooms,
shops,
5 unique shops in a day, reaching around.
We'll
to
also
rank
have
9.
microchips as well from the outside because of throne room.
And I think Archer has already at least gotten one of the 2 microchips from either the base or outside. It's one of those where it's feeling a little dire for Adalbert already just 30 minutes in, and it feels even more out of range than even what game 2 was.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so close. Also, Archer sees that shovel for all of the different microchip options as well, so that will maybe be coming soon. Adal simply needs an office. You need an office as soon as possible, and then you will be head to head with Archer to get all of those goals done. I would imagine they're going to go for the exact same things. 3 chips is already done, so the path here for Adal is going to be the sports rooms. Probably just right down this way. It'll be shop room. It'll be this path right here.
I would even say looking like a rank 9 angle is a little bit better than sports rooms and does kind of take you right there. But yeah, if Archer does hit the 4 sports rooms, it's because he's going for 5 shop rooms today.
Yeah, there's office. There's office for
Okay.
Adalbert. We have chess power on both boards, baby. We're back.
We have 2 players playing chess right now.
We have head-to-head chess. We're in. All right, lock in, folks. Be on the edge of your seat. We're back. So
yeah,
Archer has a little bit of a lead. Archer has a little bit of a lead in getting some of these like Great Hall things done. Shops are happening right now. I've highlighted them here, but we're not far away. Also, Adalbert still looking for microchips as well. So that's another bit of a hurdle, but this is going to be close. This is going to be very close. And also notably, I have it highlighted up here. Secret Garden or a green room directory has to happen from both of them or one of them, or arguably maybe just this one, but you could do either of these. Oh man.
Yeah, Archer has the luxury at the moment. Oh, both of them have now marked off 25 coins. That is 25 coins for both of them. A secret garden key is not possible, but 6 green rooms in the directory is. So this could be an angle where they're looking for quite literally every single green room besides morning room and secret garden.
Oh my god.
So a green day could
trading for
sort of
a
like,
shovel maybe? battery.
Yeah.
Key.
Damn.
And looking for a shovel, I would imagine, for the other microchip. I have to assume because it was
Yeah.
out of coins, could not buy a shovel.
It's
Adalbert going out to do chess.
Yeah.
Woo.
Archer is a shovel away from 3 unique microchips.
Goodness.
But that is
goodness
also
me.
guaranteed 5 unique shop days, 5 unique shops in a day for Archer. So already the path, it's forming before our eyes.
It really is. I really think what we have highlighted here is going to be the route. You need microchips. You need Sports Day. And can I be honest? I think Sports Day is the thing that will decide this. Because
Sports
you
Day
need...
is the thing that...
I think the sports is going to decide this match. And you want to know why? I think everything else is attainable now that they both have chess. You just need the Sports Day to happen. That is that is maybe the hardest thing to see. And of course, I'll swap it to the text here so everyone can see dynamically.
Yeah, and of course, you called it the right side of the board being this sort of chess power advantage side of it versus the more forgiving kingless option that we were looking at the left. Left no kings, so to speak. But yeah, a red day for either player could honestly get them the sports, but it will take a little bit of finagling. But they both are looking at it's just like yesterday. Both players are looking at pretty much the exact same route down to the bottom. They've both identified. This is what we're talking about with high-level blueprints bingo players, in that they have both identified the optimal route and with what has been given to them, and they're both following for it. We have some people asking which rooms for sports. It is weight room, gymnasium, locker room, and pool. So
Wait, hold on. Did
on a red day?
Did Adalbert set chess, or was missing something? I was missing. I was adjusting the board. Is Adalbert missing something on the board, or is going back? He said it. Okay.
He said it. Okay.
I was just curious. I thought maybe he missed something. He's going for shops, set shops. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, chat. Okay, Archer found the shovel that he needs for the microchips, and a shovel and a hammer. That is the dream tool shed RNG. Getting both microchips that you need for that 3 unique microchips goal.
That is also
the
a shovel
only
for
thing.
Adalbert.
Also a shovel from Adalbert, so can go out of the house to get all 3 microchips. Also notably has the outside open at the moment, has everything ready to go. I don't know if I'm Adalbert, maybe I go outside and do that now. I don't know, maybe not. But also is going for shop days as well, just to grab shops and do 5 shops. So might as well tackle that now. You could swap your coins for your keys potentially, or keys for gems. That also works. You can do that. I think gems, 15 gems is an option on here.
That's 3 microchips for Archer.
There we go. 15 gems is maybe a previous. The seed bleed is happening.
No, 15 gems is on the board.
Okay,
Adalbert has marked it off. I think Adalbert's trying to go. I think Adalbert's trying to go straight down the right, or at least sort of curve into a straight down the right path, avoiding sports with billiard puzzles, like I kind of called earlier. But yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even. So yes, you're so right. Imagine like if I think now maybe on the right hand side, Adalbert is going to get a microchip right now. So that's 1 unique microchip. Just they both either need a sports rooms or a billiard puzzle, and that will be kind of the biggest indicator. Row 5 is going to be the thing that sells this, I think. Archer going for greens maybe. Wow.
Yeah, I think both players. I think it would probably be in their best interest to look at billiard puzzles at the moment, just because they that would connect. Billiard puzzles still would connect a path for Archer, and he would really just need 6 green rooms to end it. 6 green rooms or secret garden key to end it.
Oh my God, the immediate Great Hall pull from the hallway as well. If he can just get foyer, that'll be another goal done for the Eastern Antechamber door open and a directory of hallways, I would assume. So this is going to come down to row 5. I'm guessing now it's going to come down to row 5.
You are very much correct in that. This is, if you are not looking at row 5 right now, what are you doing?
Oh my God, this is going to be wild.
Because even if they're going for billiard puzzles, secret garden key is something they can get off billiard puzzles.
Yeah.
Both players want to see the billiard room as much as possible at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is particularly out of this one yet. I think this is something that literally, like, if Adal can grab the antechamber eastern door and just grab enough keys, or the what do you call it, the foyer, we're set there. Archermaster going for green room directory right now as well. Grabs a cloister, veranda as well from Adalbert. Now missing a gem, unfortunately. Has a shovel. Needs another gem now. There's the foyer, but can't take it.
Nope.
Oh my God, is short on gems. This is what I was nervous about. Oh my God, is Archer going? He has 3 of 4 keys. He could just use keys to open the Great Hall. He doesn't need the foyer. He can just use keys. That's a probably around a 75% chance, because it is going to be in one of the corners. He has a 75% chance to get the correct door, and has a 4th key. Will get the eastern door open.
He just needs eastern chamber door because he has 15 gems.
Correct.
Because he
Correct.
took the laundry room previous day. He just needs the lever.
Oh my God, he's gonna do it here. So, and he's gonna have 3 unique microchips here in a second. That's 5.
That's only 5 green rooms in the directory for
God.
Archer as well.
I can't believe
God,
what's
this is a knife's edge. It's patio or secret garden for Archer to sort of lock this up. But again, is going to be both players are going to, I wouldn't be surprised once they get either their western chamber door open or secret garden or green rooms directory, if it's just going to be if I'm Adalbert, I'm just windmill slamming blue every single day from now on. And if I don't see finding billiard, and if billiard doesn't give me a secret garden key, I end the day.
The fact that this might come down to getting throne room and then music at the end is going to be insane. I can't believe that 3 unique microchips, 3 green rooms. There it is. There is Archermaster's patio. That's 6. So now we are 1 room away from a win, folks. We need 4 sports rooms, and that's it.
4 sports or 4
billiards. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. This is just, oh my God. I don't know. Yeah, you're exactly right. It is down to row 5. Adalbert, technically, I guess Archermaster still has to do the 3 unique microchips. So that is unique. They both still have to do that. But kind of that aside,
Archer has marked off 3 unique microchips. Adalbert has to.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, Adalbert still has to go and actually do it. Sorry. Yeah, that's my fault. Adalbert, I guess, was saying, I guess there's a billiard room for Archermaster.
I do not know how many billiards Archer has done so far, but also some simple math to start makes me feel like it's still either 2 or no more than 3 at the moment.
I think probably like 1 or 2 more, I would guess. I mean, I can't imagine it's more than that. Adalbert going for green room directory right now as well. Grabs a patio. It is locked, so cannot go that way. I have seen billiard rooms show up like at the end of a day or not at all. I've seen them show up immediately. Obviously with a blue day, that's much easier done, but Adalbert has a library, a library into here. That doesn't matter for the green room filter. Library just says screw it. It just does it anyway.
But if I'm Archer, I'm blue rooms billiards, the billiard blues.
This could be greenhouse on the right-hand side for Adalbert, is not, unfortunately. So no more greenhouses can spawn on the right-hand side. It's just blues, and billiard will be GG's for Archer at some point. There's another billiard, the first room!
This might be it.
The first pull. Oh my God, that was the first pull. That might be your dagger, folks. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 right now, but that might be it. Just waiting on math, like in real life. And there it is. There, I think that's 4.
Yeah,
and
not even picking up the key.
I think that is GG's.
I think
that
Archer knows that's 4.
Archermaster taking our 3rd game over Adalbert. GG's. Let's get some love in chat for both of these players. Congratulations to Archermaster. What? I'm listening in.
Yeah, let's listen in.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Came down to chest again.
Wow. I don't know if they realized how close that was.
I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah. Maybe they did, but yeah, it was... You know what's crazy? I'm gonna mute really quick. But you know what's crazy is that Adalbert had has 3 unique microchips basically in the bag. So really, was then also now just looking for green rooms and billiards. This ends so fast on that right hand side in the next 5 minutes. I think Adalbert's just gonna play it out because it's one of those things where it's just gonna happen soon. And can I just say, this has been maybe one of my favorite sets of 3. This is our first set of 3, to be clear, in the top 8. But what an amazing set of matches from these 2 players. Clearly, insanely skilled players at this set of bingo objectives.
For these 2 players to be given the RNG, given the draws, given the runaround that they were given in that game 2, and to still pull it off, and also then have a 40 something minute match, game 3, is nothing beyond impressive, both from a skill. Not tilting is also a skill, and for both them to come into this game 3 and just close it out the way they did, just absolute masterclass. And big props, claps in the chat for Adalbert and Archermaster. They both definitely earned their spots in the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they both did an amazing job in the qualifiers and in the top 16 and top 8. These clearly a showcase of how great they both are at playing this game, both with different mechanics across the game. So just an amazing job. Great job. And honestly, I'm that game 2. I think that game 2 was maybe one of my highlights of the tournament so far. That game 2 was just, it went from like we're so gone to we're so back for both of them. Like at like an hour in, they were both just getting stuck, but they had identical luck and then turned it around in game 2. And even in this third game, it was like wildly close. They were like, it's like so close. And yes, and also we did get some singing from the Adalbert himself on the right-hand side. So obviously a fun feature, but I don't know if we wanted to talk to, if Archermaster wants to come say hi on the stream and kind of give us thoughts, after taking that third match, but welcome to have him, pulled over here if he wants to say hi. Hello, Archer, congratulations.
Hello, thank you.
You did a great job. I cannot believe how close that match was between you 2 at the end. I don't know if you got that feeling that you were both like kind of cascading so fast at the end, but how did that feel for you towards the end? Nerve-wracking?
Yeah, that last game there, I saw him mark off right antechamber lever. At that point, I'm like, okay, he definitely has chess now, so he's a couple days behind me, but very much has the potential to catch up if I like miss on billiards or mess up my greens or something like that.
Yeah, it was so close. And like you both basically got chess virtually. You know what's interesting is that Adel got the boiler room actually before chess. So it was theoretically ahead before you had chess, and then you got chess, and then was and then it flipped on its head, but then got chess after boiler room, which was so cool to see how the different, you both did a very similar days but swapped.
Yeah, I think this board definitely shows off the power of chess. Of when you have chess, some of these goals are just so fast.
For sure. I don't know if you noticed, we were kind of talking at the top of this board, like that left-hand side can also be equally as fast without chess, too. But it would be very lucky. Even I think Adalbert had access to a potential coffer, but was missing a shovel. So like had really good luck at the start, but then, obviously had a bunch of other things happen. But then chess happens, and then you can immediately just go down that right-hand side.
Yeah, I definitely considered that left hand initially. Like Reservoir is not bad, Make-A-Wish is free, getting the allowance is pretty easy. But
right.
I think I liked the consistency of, especially since I got an early chess, just doing the like chess route and just knocking it out.
Right, exactly. Birch, what else do you want to know, if anything, from that match?
I'm extremely curious. What was asking about, like, sort of what was going through your mind? I'm curious, what was going through your mind that first hour of game 2?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I was looking at that board and I'm like, did I disconnect from the server or something? How have both of us only done Apple Orchard in 45 minutes? I was so confused. I was talking to Dare, they were saying the exact same thing. Both thought we were insane that no one had marked any goals for minutes.
Yeah, because it went from 1 goal in 45 minutes to like another 10 done the next 10 minutes after, and I just was to see I just kind of explode like that was just, we were freaking out on this end, so to see that was amazing.
That second game was wild. Like we both of us got absolutely ruined on chest luck
Yes.
early on, and then I had so many failed like lavatory item days and red days, and the blue days were worse than I wanted. Like that second game was just an excellent example of this game messing with you RNG wise.
For sure. Yeah, and I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure you heard about it, but like you both had a very similar second game where it was like an hour of just kind of like fighting against the house kind of thing, and then both of you getting it around the same time. So that was really cool to see. So,
Yeah,
well, anyways,
we were on the same track early on,
Yeah.
and he did a much better job of capitalizing that second.
for sure, and you did just as good on that. Once you got like some RNG going in your favor, you were both getting like diabolical luck, but then you both were able to kind of bring it back after that segment. So, but anyway, thank you both for playing. Congratulations on making it to the top 4, and we'll see you next weekend. So congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm glad I got to redeem forgetting to open Westgate.
Yes, we noticed
Yeah.
that, but- Oh my goodness. Well, thank you again, gamer. Congratulations, and give Adal my best.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Talk to you later. See ya.